doing all right. The portions are going to be tiny. The kids are going to be like... So everyone's going to be... So you're going to... So... Right, I'm getting going now.
We deal to see every budget. Dominoes. It's a battlefield out there. No one needs wet fish on their teeth. They need wolves and sharks. He's a wolf, he's a shark, he's a wolf shark. And what are these hard-nosed suits taking care of? Business. Every tasty little bit. Payroll and invoices, tax and VAT.
Manager receipt file.
Cash flow and forecast. That's right. Because in the back pocket of every successful businessman, an entire business department, 27 hours a day, 8 days a week. The big one today. Well, look at that. But a big price, was it? Where's got your back from? Keep you finding hard-nosed secret people. They don't know. Smash the button, stop it down in the financial quarter.
It's not pretty good or nothing. It's not acceptable or nothing. And it's definitely not close enough or nothing. Mercedes-Benz SUVs were built, designed, and engineered. Only one in the category.
Hello, lovely, come in. Hiya.
Test drive of 7 Mercedes-Benz
Push the door.
SUVs.
I'm just doing the news. You in?
Mercedes.
Okay, lovely, come in.
Best or nothing.
There'll be no new me, for I am just as super cute as last year. I will continue to love what I love, and to those mistakes that gives you, I'll be like, next level basic, baby, and down. And if you don't have, I'll say literally, I'm England. You do you, like him.
Yo, this is Shaggy.
Hey, what's poppin'? It's your girl Crazy.
What's going on, people? It's Smoke Eagle.
Hi, I'm Julie. Hi, I'm Lisa. And we're Misty.
Yo, let's smoke on go.
Hi, this is Julie.
Yo, what is good? This is Henry with Rum. What's going on, guys? This is Post Malone.
What's up? This is Dr. Dre.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Yo, this is Busta Rhymes.
This is DJ NSD, and you're listening to Love the Beat Radio, best station in the world.
You're listening to Love the Beat Radio, the #1 internet radio station.
Welcome to the Goddess Jazzy Show. I don't know if you just heard me a moment ago. I said I'll be back after the radio. I meant to say I'll be back after the news. Laugh out loud. How's everybody this morning? Anyway, sorry. I got my very special guest back. He's going to be talking about the second part of his abuse story. So tune in. It's going to be very interesting. I just want to thank, firstly, I want to thank everybody that's come out early in the morning to come on this show and tell me your story and your journey. I'm so grateful for your time and your journey and your story. And yeah, really. So it's just a big thank you to everybody for tuning in and everything else. So if you want to follow today, tune in on call or text and WhatsApp on 07308 895 668, or follow us on Love the Beat Radio on Facebook and on Twitter at Love the Beat Radio and Instagram at Love the Beat Radio. And yeah, especially today's show, it's going to be very interesting. But before I reintroduce you to our guest, I'm going to play one of my songs from back in the day, and this one is called Dennis Brown, I Love You Madly. And I hope you enjoy. Yes, one of my songs from back in the 80s, so it shows you how old I am, or how young I am, basically. So I hope you enjoy. There you go. Good morning.
Good morning to you,
How are you,
sweetness. How you
darling?
doing?
I'm good. Good to see you. And you, darling.
See, you know, with you, I feel like we've known each other for years.
Yeah,
you,
that's
have,
good.
you have a good way about you.
Oh, bless you. That's
know?
good. You bought your whole book today. We thank
Well,
God.
yeah, no, I just got bits and pieces in there.
It's good.
You know, 'cause-
What chair do you want today?
Oh, let's have this
I
one.
know,
Let's,
try.
let's go for a torture.
Yeah, try.
You know, I had it last week, so I'm used to it, you know. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So listen, how do people find it? Because people have been asking how to find it because there's no...
Love the Beat Radio.
Right.
Now, I've done it on your video.
Oh, you've done it on the video?
Yeah, and I put it on your TikTok,
Right,
so
okay.
I showed them that they just...
And how do
tune
they
in.
find my episodes? Is it a
Did
certain
you
name?
get that YouTube? Oh yes, I'm gonna send you the YouTube. Did I not send you the YouTube channel? No.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay,
No.
I'm gonna resend
Yeah,
it. to you.
because then I can
Let's
put
see.
it on my TikTok.
Yes,
Because
yes.
people have been asking how
I'll
to do
send
it,
it, I'll
so
send
I don't
it.
know how to do it.
I will send
you know,
it.
so
I'll-
to put it everything,
Yeah,
you know,
I'll
the
resend.
name, what it's called,
Yes.
everything. then I
So
can
now
put
we're
it
doing
on-
this now. I'm gonna save it.
Yeah.
And then send it to you.
Yeah, but then put the guests, you know, make it
Mm.
really interesting to put on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like because I had one from pain to pain to whatever, and she did it really lovely. You know,
Okay.
the guest
I'm not
and
so good at them things.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
like-
no. I'm the same. I'm
Yeah.
the same as you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, because I want people to go and because people are asking, how do I find it? And I said, I don't know. You know, so we could put maybe just something with the name on. We had to go find.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, okay.
But you like me, I'm crap.
I'll keep saying it on here, and I'll.
Yeah,
don't
but I
have
want
to
to
go
I want to post it on my
your-
TikTok.
So it's Love
So-
the Beat Radio. It's just this.
Right, Beat Radio. And
LoveTheBeatRadio.co.uk.
what is the episode called? How
Just
do they find
Peter's
it?
story.
Oh,
I'm gonna
so-
put
so
it's
the-
Peter's story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anything else?
Oh, not really. Not really.
How you been? You're looking well.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Good.
I'm
I'm just playing
okay.
these tunes just
Yeah.
to make you
No,
comfortable.
no,
You
good,
comfortable
yeah.
with this chair?
Well, I'm never going to be comfortable.
I know.
But it's okay.
What else can we
Listen,
do?
I've
You
been,
can try this. You can
no,
try
no,
that.
no,
Yeah?
no. This would do. But see, that'd be nice, but then be too
It's
small.
too small, that's the thing, yeah.
Listen, I've been through a lot worse than that. Come on,
Yeah.
it's only a chair.
Yeah,
You know,
bless
I've been
ya.
beaten and raped and smashed. And
Not yet.
yeah,
Not
well,
yet. You've done this last one. Wait
you know?
until we get online
Yeah,
so everybody
yeah.
can hear.
Okay, so this
you
is
know?
part
It's
part two.
two.
What happened after I left again?
Yeah.
The ripples, like a pebble. There's always ripples. Going to be ripples in there. Can you imagine what the ripples are going to be?
Yeah.
We're
Oh
going to hear some
gosh,
ripples, you know.
man.
Huh?
But I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, so
You're
how was the
still-
reaction? So did
Everybody's
anybody?
interested.
Did anybody?
Somebody wanted to drive down to give you a hug.
Oh, you're
Irene
serious?
from the musical. I don't know if you know Tina Turner. She plays the grandma in there, Uptown
Right,
at Eldridge.
okay, yeah.
She sent me a message to say
Yeah.
she wanted to drive down to give you a big hug.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Say Peter said he preferred a few tickets to go and see the show.
Oh, I'll tell. I'll
Yeah,
say it on
yeah,
the
you know what I mean? Before-
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
you'll love
I've
it.
got no money, so I get no. I don't get no
Okay,
opportunity to.
I will.
If she could tell
I'm
me
gonna
two
shout her
tickets
out, yeah.
for me and
And
my
your friend.
ex-partner.
Okay,
you know,
I will
then-
shout that
'cause
out.
Then, because then I could give it from a
For your Christmas present.
Yeah.
That's right. I will definitely
Yeah.
tell her that without a
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah, please do. You know.
I'll definitely do that.
So how many people heard it? So because the comments were turned off. The comments were turned off, weren't they? The comments.
What on this?
I don't know. I went to look and I wanted to see what the comments were.
The thing is, they've been doing a changeover with the radio,
Oh,
so I don't.
yeah.
The comment shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Turn it off.
maybe I didn't see it right, but I like to read the comments because I
Yeah.
want to see if I'm touching people or,
Yeah,
or what the
you
reaction
are.
is.
Definitely
You know,
so.
I don't know that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy Show. That was. Now I forgot who it was. It was Dennis Brown and I Love You Madly. It's too early. Welcome to my guest, Peter Woods here today. Welcome, Peter. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
Oh.
I'm happy to be here and excited to tell more of my journey and story to get it out there.
Yes, so you all know that he was here last week telling us really about his abuse that he got in a care home in Haringey Council. With Haringey Council.
I was under Haringey
Yeah?
Council's care, and it wasn't any care that you know. It was more like torture.
God help us.
You know?
And what age were you again? Just recap us again.
Well, I was put in care at the age of 8 months.
Jeez.
And so I spent 18 years in a system where I was dying a death by degrees with each passing year. I entered each year on uncertain feet without any direction and left each year with new terrible scars, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 18 years, and in them 18 years not one positive fingerprint touched me, not one. It was pure hurt and pure pain.
Yeah. So you said last week when you were here, you said that, so it went more into your adulthood. The abuse continued. So when did it?
Well, of course,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a pebble, isn't it? You know?
Yes.
when you chuck a pebble into a pond, there ripples. So because I was in the care system for 18 years and I didn't experience any love, no kind words, no affection, no hugs. I was beaten, I was raped, I was smashed, I was crying every day. There was no, there was nothing to hold on to except pain. So obviously, once I leave care, I mean, my mental state, my self-esteem was below zero.
Yes.
I was shy. I couldn't speak. I was stuttering. I was nervous. I had I was just left.
You just left there.
I'm just
alone
left there.
Like that.
There was no nurturing of any kind. So, I didn't even know how to read, how to write. There was nothing there at
So
all.
when you went to school in the home, did they not pick up on that? Did none of the teachers pick up on that?
Yes. Well, there's a report and it says, Peter, this report was done when I was 10. It said, Peter is the bottom of the class. He's a slow learner. We think there's something wrong with his brain. We don't want any more maladjusted kids from that home to come here. So at the age of 10, they stopped any interest in my education and I was left at the back of the class.
Yeah.
The teacher never asked me any questions and I just felt dejected, sitting there, miserable because nobody took any care or there's no nurturing. Really, so at school, there was no nurturing or no education. When I got home to the children's home, there was nothing there. So
there's nothing. It's empty.
There was nothing to hold on to, I mean, it was horrible.
Yeah. Oh, Peter, sorry for you to relive this. But like I said last week, you're helping somebody else out there,
Yeah.
They might not be willing to show face or speak, but at least I know you're touching somebody, you know what I mean?
It's nice to help people, but the pain is always there because this pain was so profound and it happened at such a young age. So it's in my DNA.
Yes.
And it's even now.
That's all right. Hold on a minute.
It's hard. It's hard to speak about it, but I know I have to.
Yes.
If I'm going to heal, if I'm going to heal, and if I'm going to get better, but because I'm very sensitive as well, that kind of pain has never been dealt with. It doesn't go anywhere, and it just stays in my heart.
So when you sleep, you're still feeling this same pain from back then?
No. But the funny thing is, I can sleep okay. But when I talk about it, because I'm not used to talking about it, it's only this year. I'm 62 and I could never face it. I never wanted to talk about it. I never even wanted to think about it.
Yes.
It's only now because of the attention I'm getting and I want to get this book done, and I want to tell my story because I know it's helping people, but it's hard for me because it hurts me. The pain is in my heart, it's in my soul, it's all around me, it's in front of me, it's behind me, it's everywhere. So it's something. I want to get to the stage where I talk about my life and I don't cry. That would be great, but I'm not there yet.
Yes. Even you coming as far as this and actually sharing this journey, it means so much, It really does.
I mean, this is unusual pain because everybody goes through adversity, but my adversity has happened thousands and thousands and thousands of times. It's not just one event or two events.
Yes.
The whole 18 years was horrible. I was being abused every day, verbally or beaten or ignored. At school, they were horrible in school. There's something wrong with my brain. There's nothing wrong with my brain. What it was, all the kids were in teaching mode.
Yes.
I was in survival mode, and nobody and these people can't work that out. I mean, it's obvious, So my whole existence has been quite unusual because of the level of hurt and pain and adversity and sadness and struggle and all the things I've had to go through, most of them on my own.
Yes.
So that's why I'm crying today.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. What I want to ask you, is that home still here? Do you know if that home is still around?
Well, I pass it every now and then.
You do?
Yeah, because I want to pass it,
Yeah.
I normally pass it and I stand outside and I look. And I say, that was my room, that was where I was beaten, that happened there, that's where we had the party, So I go there and I look at it and I stand outside and I was crying a few times but now I go and I don't cry, I just look and I think it's private now. I don't think it's a home anymore.
You don't think it's a home no more?
No.
Okay.
We're going back in the 60s.
Okay. Oh, it's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago now, isn't it, So,
oh, gosh. So, from the last time we spoke, you was talking about your mum coming to see you.
Yes.
Did she ever explain why she couldn't take you? or take all?
Not
your
really.
siblings?
No,
No?
see, she only come when I was young in a children's home. She used to come maybe, you know, once I got to about 6, we saw in the whole time I was at 82, right, for 11 years, I must have saw about 4 times. Only 4 times. But when she come, it was joy. Because she come with money and presents. She took us out. She spoiled us.
She spent time
and she
with
gave
you.
us a bit of hugs. Well, you know, it's only about 2 hours. But in them 2 hours, I'm seeing my mum. This is my mother.
Yes.
You know, and I miss her. I want to see her. I want to hug her. How are you, mum? You know? So I was just hugging her and holding her. I didn't want to let go of her. Peter, calm down. I said, no, mum, I love you so much. Where have you been? You know? So me, I'm all about missing my mum. You know? So when she come, she took us and she spoiled us. You know, and I mean, that was nice. But then when she left, I'm devastated.
Yeah.
You know, there's 4 of us. You know, but I'm the only one who's really feeling the miss of my mum.
So did you all stay together, you and your siblings?
No. Again, see, this is another thing.
Wow.
You know, in the beginning, they put us all together in the children's home.
Yeah.
And then one day, when I was about 7, I come back from school, and my 2 brothers, they wasn't there. George and Martin, they weren't there anymore. And I said, where have they gone? So the mum said, oh, they've moved to another home. I said, what do you mean they moved to another home? They've gone somewhere else. I was like, crying, where are they gone? She says, Peter, so calm down. They're only up the road. You know, so they were up the road. And then another time, my sister, she just vanished. We never saw her again. I don't know what happened to my sister. She vanished.
Oh my goodness.
She was there 1 minute and she vanished.
You would have thought they'd keep you all together, make it.
Well, that's what. Yeah, but
easier.
you know,
Wow.
that time it wasn't really caring about us. It was more the system, you know.
Right.
They didn't think about how can we not traumatize the children or what is good for the children, because nothing they did in that home was good for me. I'm carrying the scars now and the hurt and the pain.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember one kind gesture. I think the kindest thing that happened to me when I was in school, one of the matrons made a teddy bear for me.
Yeah.
You know, Peter, this is for you. I made it. And that was, and I remember that kindness, because it's like, wow, you know, a teddy bear. It was so precious and nice, but I don't know what happened to it. It's a shame I lost that, because that was beautiful.
Oh,
you know.
You know, something I remember you said last week. You forgave your dad. That's deep.
Well,
You forgave him.
you know, I think as you get older as well. You see, when I was young, I was so hurt by my dad. I mean, extremely hurt.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Extremely.
I can imagine.
I was extremely hurt. And then he used to come, and then he used to go, and then he never turned up sometimes, and he'd leave me devastated on the stair waiting for him. And even though I knew he wasn't coming, it's 4 o'clock, I sit on the stair till 10 o'clock and still kind of hope and pray he'd come. But he never come. And this happened quite a few times, you know, and then I'm very sad for days. I wouldn't eat my favourite food, I wouldn't talk, I would rock a lot, and I'd just be very sad, you know, and this happened quite a few times. And then I got my social worker to write him a letter, you know, Dad, you know, you need to come because I haven't seen you for ages. I mean, what's happening, you know? And then she said he's married, he's got a new family again. So then that's when I was really sad, because I thought, well, he's got a new family, then that means I'm not going to see him again, you know? So anyway,
where does your dad come from? Is he?
Well,
where's he originally from?
He used to originally.
Yeah, where's he born?
Well, how do I know?
You don't know.
How do I see what I'm saying? I don't know nothing. I
Nothing
mean,
about them like that.
there's rumours that people tell me, but I really don't know. I don't know my proper heritage. I mean, I'm told I'm this, I'm told I'm this. I don't know my tree. I don't know nothing. I know nothing about myself.
Oh, goodness me.
You know, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing my name properly. My last name, because nobody told me. You know. So I don't know what's going on.
Goodness me, that's something.
It's something I can carry. I don't know anything. My heritage. I don't know. Oh, it's the terrible thing when you don't know.
Yeah. Where
I
you're
would
from,
love to know. I don't know if I'm part this or part this, or where they come from, or how many siblings or cousins or aunties or nephews.
So you could have extended family somewhere.
I'm sure I have, but as I say, nobody's ever told me anything.
Wow.
You know, nobody learnt me anything. The other day on TikTok, I had to put a message out to put on a duvet. You know, duvet. Yeah. So I put that on. Everybody helped me. I didn't even know. Nobody taught me anything.
And for us, it's so simple. Do you know what I mean?
For most people,
it's simple.
everything's
But hearing
simple.
it from you, it's like,
but when
wow.
you had no guidance, when you had no advice, I don't know anybody gave me advice. Nobody gave me advice. Everything I learned, I learned myself.
Yeah.
And obviously not the right way. You know, so a lot of things I do, but people look and say, "Are you okay?" And then when I explain to them, I say, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
So, because you know, a lot of times your parents or teachers will teach you
Teach you,
things.
yeah.
I didn't have teachers. I didn't have parents. I had no guidance. I had no help, no support. So what did I learn? I had to look and then try to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
You know.
So when you got your paperwork to know about your parents,
Yeah.
wasn't there anything that said on
What?
there where they the place of birth or anything like that? Nothing.
No, because it wasn't really
Was it like-
detailed. It was
Okay.
more like, oh, they were put in the care because his dad tried to kill his mother.
And that was
You know
all
what I
the
mean?
information.
And I was
you got.
shocked because, you know, I thought, oh, he tried to kill her. I didn't even know that. So that was a shock, you know. So, as I say, there's not much in it about them. It's more about us.
Okay.
You know.
I wonder how you find out more of who you are.
I would love to know
Yeah.
because it's a mysterious.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know. So
I
at
mean,
least you know where you're from. You
I
know
heard
what
he's
mean?
from Panama.
Panama.
You know, and she was from Jamaica.
Okay.
But that's what I heard. It's not concrete.
It's not
I don't
concrete.
know. It's just.
Because there are family tree things that you can do.
I
but
wish
you
I
need-
knew, but you need
more
some kind of information.
Yeah.
I don't have any information
Oh, wow.
on anything, so I'm left confused, and I hate being confused. You know.
Oh,
So,
gosh.
yeah, this is hardcore. This is
Yeah.
not, you know. I mean, this is not a normal kind of existence to
Yeah.
have, you know.
But the good thing is you're here. You
Well,
understand?
someone said to me the other day,
Yes.
he said, Peter, what you have to realize is your blessing is you got through that.
That's
Because
right.
most people wouldn't get through that.
That's it.
You know, so it's true.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
you're here.
I am blessed. No, I am blessed in the way that I don't know where I get the strength from. I don't know where that boy got that strength from.
But you
I
did,
don't know
you know?
how anybody can have that kind of strength. You know, because when you're young, that's when you really do need every support.
Yes.
And you need people to plant the seeds of growth and prosperity and love and kindness. Nobody planted them in me. I did it myself.
Yeah.
When people see me now, they say, yeah, but you're so kind. Because that's my nature.
Yes.
I'm born very sweet. I'm born with a good nature. And I'm born with resilience.
Yeah.
If I didn't have resilience, and my tears, see, now this is the thing.
Yeah.
I'm always crying, right? Now, I thank
That's
God.
all right,
I
yeah.
thank God that I am, because it
Bless
was
you.
my tears that saved me. Because when you're crying, you're releasing it.
Yeah. And all what you're carrying.
Imagine if I couldn't cry and I had all that
All
inside
that
me
in
now.
there.
I'd be a time bomb. I would have dropped dead from a heart attack,
Yeah,
stroke.
so
I'd
many
be in a
other
mental
things, you
hospital.
know?
I'd be drinking. I'd be doing drugs. But because I'm always crying,
Yes.
and because I train a lot as well, these two things get a lot of
So it gets
stuff
all of
me,
that out of you, yeah.
You know, so I just thank God for my tears. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you for something.
Bless you,
At least
bless
give
you.
me something, you know.
Bless you, bless
Yeah.
you, bless you. So okay, so we were saying, oh hi, hello there. So we were saying that so in your adulthood, so what age did it continue to still?
Well, so I left care at 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you stay after that?
So I left care from 82 Muswell Avenue, right? Then I went from 82 of the 11.
Yes.
I went into hotels, right?
Okay.
But then at 18, they put me into a flat up in Muswell Hill, St James's Lane,
Okay.
right? And so the first time I've really been on my own, you know, in 18
Was that
years.
scary for you?
Of course it's scary because now I've got no support at all, even
Yeah.
though I didn't have much then. But I've got nobody making the food, nobody there for me, even to have company, you know. So I'm lonely now. I've never been lonely
And you were
before.
18.
When I was 18, so I couldn't read, I couldn't write, I didn't know how to pay bills. I don't know, but I got no life skills,
Yes.
nothing, except so I'm there. I'm there thinking, okay, right. I need to eat. I'm hungry to eat. I mean, I didn't know how to cook. So I'm saying to myself, okay, well, beans, I know you can eat beans, you open a can, and eggs, I've seen eggs. So I had to go, so I was living basically on canned food for a while, you know, because I
You didn't know how to.
I don't know about vegetables, I don't know about anything.
goodness.
And so this went on for a while, and then I was lonely as well, and also my mental state. You know, look, I mean, let's face it, I was being abused for 18 years,
God,
so
yeah.
my mental state is not going to be great.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not that I had a breakdown, but all of a sudden everything come crashing down on me, and I'm sitting in the flat. I've got no furniture because they didn't give me anything. You know.
So they just left you like
They
that?
left me, yeah, they left me like that. In fact,
goodness.
this flat was so old, I had to laugh when I walked in there because the bath was in the kitchen.
All right.
And I said to myself, what kind of place is this, bath in the kitchen? But I thought, oh great, if I cook, I can reach out at the same time with a bath, you know. So anyway, so no, there's no furniture or anything. I had a mattress in the corner, and so I'm sitting there really like confused and wondering what to do, you know. And then the bills started coming because you're supposed to pay bills.
Yes.
And I didn't.
So did you not reach out to one of your siblings at this time?
Well, my siblings, no. Well, my siblings.
Oh, it's another one.
They're not great either.
No?
So what's the point of them?
Oh,
no,
goodness.
they weren't really supportive in any way. Because as I said, you mustn't forget. In part one, I said that they
Yes.
turned off their emotions.
Yeah,
Remember?
that's right. Yeah, you did.
So when
yeah.
I'm around them, they're not any good to me because they're not really helping me or bringing me in.
Yeah.
In fact,
okay.
they're trying to exploit me. You know, they exploit me. Yeah, you know, in other ways.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So no, there was nobody. But I remember one day I was so distraught and so alone that I only did this once though.
Yeah.
I only did this once, and I got a Stanley blade and I cut here and I cut there because the pain inside was so bad. I wanted to transfer it from there to outside there. So when I cut here, and then when I saw it open, because it was pink flesh, and I saw it open, and it split like a horror movie, and then I stopped, you know. But for a minute, I got relief from in my heart to outside. And lucky I only did that once, but you can see it's a lifelong scar. And I know, and I'm glad to have it there because it reminds me not to do it again. You know, I look at it and say, no, you only do it once, you don't need to do it again. You know?
Did you have no neighbours where you lived?
Well, I was
were
shy.
you
Don't forget,
shy?
don't forget, I had no self-esteem.
Okay.
And I was stuttering a lot, you know, because for the first 7 years, my speech wasn't great. I had to go to speech therapy to learn to talk. So even now, I don't pronounce my words properly because they mucked it up because everything was. I was so neglected from everything. Neglect was there from top to bottom and in the middle and all over. You know, so I was set up to fail, really, because. I mean, if there's nobody nurturing, if there's nobody there,
you don't know what to do.
and I don't know what to do, I'm set up to fail.
Yeah.
And I mean, seriously, I'm set up to fail. So, one day I got so depressed after cutting here. I went up to Sainsbury's in Muswell Hill with a shotgun. Yeah, I went up with a shotgun and I held up the security guy there. You know, I don't know why. It wasn't to rob. It was just I'm not sure what was going on, but it was. I think it was a cry for help. I need to be in it. Someone needs to help me.
Yeah.
So the shotgun was that long. I mean, it wasn't even sawn off, you know. And I got caught, obviously, you know. And then I went to what do you call it? The old Bailey.
Bailey's.
Yeah.
Old Bailey's.
Yeah, Old Bailey. You know, and
so this is why you stayed. Why you went to prison. That's why this was the. Okay.
That's when I went to prison there for holding up Sainsbury's in Muswell Hill. And then I went to that court there, and they gave me 3 years, which I was lucky because a lot of people say more, you know. So give me 3 years, you know, and then I'm back in institutions again, you know. But at least I'm meeting, and I've got people around me, you know. So
nobody could pick that up that you was.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't work it out.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Already, yeah.
These people are supposed to be carers. They're supposed to have the knowledge how children work.
Yeah.
But they looked at me, and nobody picked up anything, you know. So anyway, so I went to prison there, and then I got released, you know, and then.
And how was that? How did that impact you being in prison? What was that like?
Well, it's just another institution. Listen, by that time, I'm used to everything because I've been through 18 years of hell already. So it's just another hell. And they're sitting there thinking, well, bring it on. I've seen it all before. I've been battered, I've been raped, I've been smashed, I've been neglected. So now I'm in prison. What's going to happen here?
Yeah.
You know, so it was just.
But did you find a sense of safety in the prison, even though what happened?
Not safety, but I didn't have to worry about bills or how to pay bills, or didn't have to worry about food, and there was people around me. So in that sense, it was soothing.
Okay.
In that sense.
Yeah.
But I hated it.
You hated
because I'm not born to be in a cell.
Yeah.
My spirit, I'm like a bird. I need to be chirping. I need to be flying. I need to be seen. That's who my is. So when I'm in an environment, and I get very claustrophobia. Because when I was young, they used to they put me in a cupboard a few times as well, and I was screaming to get out. So now, you know, when they put me in a small place now, which happens often, I can even on the train, I have to brace myself to get on the train, and I can only get on the train if it's not too packed, and then I have to stand where the window is and have the window down. And if it's too many people, I have to go upstairs and I have to get myself to go and come down. So you know, because I was in a system, it left me with a lot of ailments, you know. I mean, it didn't.
Goodness, Peter, this is. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to play another tune, and then we're going to come back with Peter. So I'm now going to play Sean Paul featuring Sasha, I'm Still in Love with You. I'm trying to play some positive music here, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, so, and then we're gonna come back. Yeah, 1 second, everybody. Bear with me. Bear with me. And right, here we go. Right, enjoy.
See, it's not easy, you know.
No. Oh gosh. How you feeling?
Well, you know, it's always been like this for a while, so I'm used to it.
But this is something you shouldn't be used to. You know what I mean? This shouldn't be part of your life to be used to. You know?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah,
You should not be. No person should be used to this. Wow.
I know.
What a life.
Yes. Yeah. What a life. You know.
What a life.
You know.
Oh,
See. Now you know. That's why it's so important to get this book done.
Yes.
That's why I'm
We'll
really.
keep plugging.
Yeah,
We'll keep plugging it.
That's
You
why
know.
it's so important to get this book done. You
Yeah.
know. I mean, because not only that, it's helping people. I get messages now that my story is helping people,
Yes.
and I know it will do. So the more people know about it,
Yes.
the more people it's helped. So if I can help people with my pain, then it hasn't been wasted just
I
for me.
know,
I don't want it
yeah.
to be wasted just for me.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
You don't want it
know?
to be in vain in
Just
that
for me.
respect,
I want it
yeah.
to, at least when I leave the earth, at least I've
You've
given
done
something back.
Yeah, I
you know, does that make sense?
Gosh,
you know?
it does. Yeah.
So even though it's hard for me to talk about it, I know I have to.
Yeah.
See, I never wanted to talk about it. But I mean, for years I couldn't say next year. But it gets to the point. I'm 62 now. And I've got a
Yes.
brain tumor. So if I don't do it now, when am I going to do it?
Yeah.
You know.
Peter. Oh, sweetheart.
Have you ever heard such a sad story? You know
Well,
what I
there's
mean?
been quite a few, you know.
Yeah.
But when you're sitting with someone and hearing it like this, it's
and you're
heart-wrenching.
seeing their emotions.
Yeah, it's heart wrenching.
I mean, I wish I was lying. I wish I was lying about the whole thing. That'd be great.
Yeah.
If I could make something up. Then
But
I
you're
wouldn't
so
do it.
brave, you know, as well. Being a black man or a Panama man,
Yeah.
you're so brave,
Yeah.
and that's what I admire about you. You're so brave to even talk about it. Because a lot of, like I said, they might not put their hands up to it, but a lot of men are going through this.
Yeah, a
you
lot
know?
of men. Yeah.
So when I put that thing out, I put hashtag mental health,
Yeah.
hashtag
Yeah.
Peter's story. I've done
Yeah,
hashtag so
good,
that
good.
the other companies will see into it
Yeah.
as well. You know
Good,
what I mean?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
well,
I'm
that's
so
what,
proud of you.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to be an advocate for child abuse and for mental health.
Yes.
This is the road I'm trying to go down because when I speak, I can speak with conviction.
Yes.
I didn't read it from any book.
No,
I
you lived
lived
it.
it.
Yeah, you
so
lived
you
it.
can't tell me. I'm telling you because I felt the tears and the pain and the hurt, and I'm getting on stage and just telling you how it makes sense.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
So thank you for this opportunity.
None at all.
Thank
None
you,
at all.
really
Thank
nice.
you
Yeah,
as
know?
well. Honestly,
It's nice.
thank you.
It's nice. I'm really grateful.
Oh, you?
It's
And I
nice.
am. Honestly, Peter, I am. I'm so grateful that you woke up early.
Yeah.
You done your video. I was
Oh,
laughing. I
yeah.
said, oh, look at him.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It's good.
I'm excited because it's an opportunity.
Yeah.
I dreamed about doing podcasts for
Yeah.
so long, and what happened?
So you know this is radio. This is not podcast. This
Oh,
is radio.
okay,
So it's one step off. It's one step
radio,
off
it's
of a
radio.
podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
this goes
okay.
to 154 countries.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
So when it goes out, then it's finished, or is it online?
It will stay online for
Okay.
24 hours.
Is that all?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my
but
goodness.
people have been people will reach out. You know.
24
I know.
hours?
Complain to
Is
the
that
manager.
No. Oh, okay. So this is not a podcast. It's
No, it's
radio.
not. This is radio.
Oh, 10 people.
Yeah,
podcast.
it's that's
Okay,
okay. That's
radio,
okay.
radio.
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay. How will we do for the news? Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy Show. That was Sean Paul and Sasha. I'm Still in Love with You. Trying to play some positive music, you know, for today. And I want to once again thank Peter for coming out of his way, waking up early, doing his little podcast video as well. I liked that part when you said this godforsaken time.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I'm so grateful because, like I said, Peter is helping a lot of people and especially men. While the music was playing, I was saying to him, as a black man as well, out of Panama as well, it's hard for black men to speak about this. That's why I'm saying I'm really grateful for you to open up and everything. I know it's very hard as well, but it's help. It really does help. So, okay, so let's continue. So you went into prison, and how was that journey?
Experience.
Yeah, how was that experience?
It's just, but that time it all goes.
Were you
like,
more resilient when you was in there?
Yeah, but that time, anything that happened go over my head.
Yeah.
Because I've been through the worst,
Mm.
you know. So I'm in prison. It's just another institution, just another orders, just another regime.
Yes.
You know, just another group of people who are not being nice or being vindictive or spiteful. You know, so I just used to it. You know, I just sit there and think, bring it on. Listen, when you go through that, you're not phased anymore.
Yeah.
Because you've been through the worst. As a child, when you go through that, anything that comes after that, you say, okay.
And it shouldn't be like that.
No,
It should
no,
never be like
it shouldn't.
that, you know?
It shouldn't. But I'm
No.
so used to that. This is what I'm saying to you. Anybody who shows me any kindness, even today, I will cry.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used
You're
to
not
kindness.
used to it. Yeah, yeah.
So when people, you know, do me kindness, I sit there with myself. Or kind words, even
Yes.
kind words.
Yes.
Now I'm on the internet. You know, I'm getting kind words from all over the world.
Yeah.
And sometimes I read them all day, and I go back and read them, and I think they're talking about me.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Why
and
not
I think
you?
to myself,
You know?
no, but I'm
Why
not used to it. Yeah,
you?
but nobody
I
did.
know.
So
yeah.
words to me mean more than most people, because I know how bad words can make you feel
Yes.
terrible. When I was young and I needed to be lifted, all they did is bring me into
Bring
the
you
dirt.
down like
They
that.
told me I was dirt. They told me I shouldn't even be alive. They said I'm worthless. They told me that.
And these were the adults in
These
the
were the adults.
institution.
These were the adults
Wow.
telling me that. You know, who are you? Your own father tried to kill your mum. You're nobody. You know, this and that, and it hurts. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking around the school, and everybody's got parents to pick them up.
Yeah.
And I notice all these things, and they're all talking about Christmas, what they're getting for Christmas, and where they're going, and I can't really be involved in that conversation.
No one
You
there.
know, and I just have to, like, you know, just sit there and hear it all, but feel very bad. Thinking, why doesn't anybody love me? What did I do? You know?
And it's not your fault.
No,
That's the
but
thing about
when
it.
you're young, you think
yeah,
it is.
you think it is. You
And
take
then
that-
I heard, because I was black, the people talking about I was black, and I tried to describe myself white. I told you about it in
Yeah,
the first
you
one.
did, yeah.
So now I'm thinking my colour is not great. My colour, if I could be white, if I can,
So you had all them thoughts.
I had
Like,
so
oh
many
my
thoughts.
goodness me.
I mean, it didn't come from one direction with me. It came from every direction known to man, and in every aspect of my life. And it was compounded and compounded. It wasn't just, it was everything at the same time. And being
Yes.
so young, I just didn't know how to.
How
So
to deal with
so
it
the
all.
only way I dealt with it was to cry,
Yeah.
but also just accept it all. I just had to just accept it. When they started punching me and kicking me and they broke my nose and this and that, I just had to say, well, you know,
My goodness me. And this was in the 60s.
60s and 70s, yeah. You know, so, and I still carry the pain now. So can you imagine how it was when I was a child?
Yeah.
This is, I'm 62 now, and I'm still crying because I feel it so deeply.
Yeah.
These are not wounds, these are profound open gaps of crevices,
Yeah.
in not only in my heart but in my soul. They go straight to the core of who I am, and I had it for so young. It's in my DNA, it's in my blood, it's in my veins, in my heart. From my toes to the top, it's full of trauma. And I wish someone would help me with this trauma. Dr. Phil, or whoever you are, come and help
So
me.
haven't you seen anyone since all of this?
No, nobody.
counsellor,
No
nothing at
counselling,
all.
Nothing.
My goodness me.
Nothing. I carry this every day with me, you know, and I tried it. And now I don't really smile that laugh. I didn't listen to music for 20 years. I couldn't listen to music. How could I listen to music?
Wow.
You know, I couldn't listen to music, and now I'm laughing more and smiling more.
Yeah.
But I didn't laugh or smile for over 25 years. And even now, my friends, every time I laugh, they get the cameras out because it's such an occasion.
Yes,
You
yes.
know. So I'm trying to heal myself. You know.
But you can't do everything on your own. So what
But
about
I've
the
always
health?
done it.
What about the health centre where you live and everything?
The
Is
health?
there no?
Come
Yeah.
on, they don't. They put you on the list and you wait 5 years. You know, no.
Gosh.
If I'm gonna do it, I have to do it privately.
Yeah.
Or some kind person has to see me and be kind and say, you know what, I'm going to help this gentleman. You know.
Yeah.
There's got to be kindness in this world. You know. I mean, so the health service is not going
Nothing
to help
at
me.
all.
No.
Oh my goodness
So
me.
it's been me battling against everything on myself. But luckily I have friends.
Yeah.
But my friends have been great though.
That's good.
I work with 7 good friends.
That's good.
Who normally if something happens, they
Yeah.
say first thing they say, put their arm around me and they look at me in the eye and say, Peter, what do you need?
Oh,
What
bless
can we
you.
do for you?
So how long have you had these friends from?
Well,
youth or?
7 of them, most of them for the last 20, 30 years. You know, so they know my spirit
It's
and my
allowed.
soul.
Yes.
And in that time, you know, there's been some tragedies, right? Quite a few, I mean, terrible ones. And every time they're just there with so much love. They
Oh,
would buy me a
bless
toothpaste, toothbrush,
Yeah.
buy me a phone, as I said a few years ago, I didn't even have a pair of shoes, you know,
Mm,
family
wow.
shoes, food, or just speak to me and just, or to get me a flat, or to put money in to pay for the deposit, you know.
Oh, goodness me, that's
they're
good.
Good friends,
Yeah.
good friends, caring friends, you know. So if it wasn't for my friends, I probably wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, so they've
You know?
helped you, they've supported
They've
you.
helped me, you know,
mentally.
but they give me company as well, you
Mhm.
know, and they do really care about me. I can see it, you know. When I'm
Mhm.
upset, you know, they call me. How are you? Do you have everything?
Yes.
Do you need everything? You know. But these are friends I've had nice times with as well. We laugh and we have good times. It's not all sad, you know,
Yeah.
because believe it or not, I know I'm crying a lot, but I am
That's
actually
right.
quite good fun.
Yeah.
My personality, you know, when I was in school, I was the most popular person in school.
Yeah.
Wherever I go, in jail, wherever I go, even in jail,
Oh, God.
even in jail, I'm
Yeah.
very popular.
Okay.
You know, because I do have a bit of a personality.
Mhm.
And,
Which you should. You're allowed to.
No, but you are. But the thing is, when it's been disturbed in such a profound way for years and years, that personality can get dimmer and dimmer. Because,
Yeah.
you know, you see, when people don't understand, when I say, you know, I don't smile a lot, you know, people don't get it. Because, and I understand why, but when you've been brought up in an environment where there's no sunshine, there's no happiness, when you've been abused and when you've been told you're worse than dirt for years and years and years,
Lord.
how do you think you're going to smile? How do you think you're going to laugh? It's ingrained in you. So my stuff is coming from a certain place where a lot of people won't experience. So if you don't experience it, you're not really going to grasp what it's really all about.
Like,
you
yeah.
know? But as I say, I mean, so I do have a very good personality. Even now, people do warm to me and find me fun and interesting and find me a bit of a joker, you know. I'm proud that I still have that.
He's got that,
You
you
know?
know. So we have to be thankful for the little things that we've got. Isn't
I'm
it?
thankful
You
for
know?
I'm thankful for many things.
Yes.
Because as bad as my life has been, right, I'm laughing. You see, I can still laugh. You see?
Yeah.
So as bad as it has been, I'm alive.
Yes.
I'm fit. I've got friends.
Yeah.
I've got my sight. I can walk.
That's right.
I've got friends. I'm here today.
Yeah.
We have a coffee.
Yes.
You know. So no, I know I complain a lot, right?
But it's not complaining.
But-
you're just
okay.
opening up. That's
But
not complaining.
I'm very
But you're still
grateful. I'm grateful for my shoes.
Yes.
I'm grateful for my phone.
Yes.
I'm grateful for so many things. So I am extremely grateful.
That's good.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's really good. I'm glad to hear
Yeah,
that.
it's
So what is
important.
this in this book?
Well,
Peter's brought a book along today.
yeah,
Maybe
no,
he's gonna question me.
no.
Did you
no.
enjoy the questions last week?
I thought it was great.
Did you?
I thought it was brilliant. I thought that was the best part.
Yeah, you liked
Yeah,
it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was light-hearted, you know.
Yeah.
And no, I thought that was brilliant. So I
Yeah.
hope it happens again.
Yeah, I'll do
I'll be
more.
okay.
Yeah.
No, see now, look.
Yes.
You know.
Tell me.
But anyway, I mean, I haven't even told you half the story.
Yes.
you know?
Continue. Sorry.
So,
continue.
so now, one of the most important things for people who live care, the most important thing is for us to find love.
Okay.
Because when you've been denied love as a child, we want to experience it. What is love? You know, we want
Yes.
someone to be there for us. We've seen it on TV. You know, we've seen it all around us. You know, so you know, I wanted to experience love.
Okay.
And
in all forms.
what are all forms?
All forms, as in, let's say, like a mummy and daddy love, or
No.
a relationship love.
No, not mummy and daddy. I'm past that now.
Okay,
I'm
so
18.
you're the relationship
I call them
love,
mummy and
okay.
daddy. Come on, it'd be strange me calling someone a mummy at 18. No, that's
I
gone.
was just tiptoeing, you know.
No. I wanted to find a boyfriend.
Okay. So did you know you were gay?
Right.
From,
So
how did that work?
Right. Now, how did that work?
Yeah.
Well, now when I was really young, I used to watch a program,
Okay.
Batman and Robin,
Yes.
and I was fascinated.
Okay.
And then I used to look at Robin and think to myself, oh, God.
Did you?
Yeah. I didn't know what it was, but I used to stare at him.
Yeah.
And I think, oh, he's nice. And I just used to like the way he carried on, you know. So then I think that was the first
That's
inkling,
your first
you
inkling.
know.
Okay.
And then at school, I went over to the woods one day. The woods, we used to have some woods at the back of our school.
Okay.
And I was about 10, and two of my school friends were doing something together. I caught them doing something together, right?
Okay.
So I stopped to look. I didn't know what they was doing because
Yeah,
I was
you
10.
was- you was
So
only
one of
10.
them said, Peter, come, you know, come and have fun with us, you know. And I'm looking, and I got scared. I said, no, I need to go. I saw you, bye, we're over there.
Yeah.
But now, looking back, they were having sex.
And these were two boys.
Two boys having sex,
Okay,
right?
okay.
And
At 10?
At 10, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't, as I said, I don't know what that was.
Yes.
But I knew it's something that I didn't want to be involved in at that time, you
Okay.
know? So anyway, so then I went. But as I got older, I said to myself, yeah, I think I'm gay.
You did, yeah?
I said, I think I am gay. But
Okay.
I still think, but I need to make sure.
Okay.
Right? Because I need to make sure, just because it's a big step. So
Okay.
I was walking around Finsbury Park when I was about 18, and there was this girl I didn't know at the time,
Yes.
but her name was Sally.
Okay.
Right? She was like mixed race.
Yes.
She saw me and approached me, and she was fun, nice looking, and she had a bit of a character.
Okay.
She said, I saw you, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we started having a joke, and then I went round her house a few times to meet her mum and her brother,
Okay.
and we all got on very well. Anyway, after about a month, she said to me, you know, she actually wanted to have some fun with me in the bed,
Yes.
right? So I wasn't sure, because I thought to myself, oh God, right, what do I have to do? Okay, I'm not sure if I can do this.
But were you still having the feelings of a man?
No, I was more curious.
Oh, curious.
At this time, I was 19, and I didn't sleep with anybody yet. Right? I haven't slept with anybody. All right, so I thought to myself, okay, well, I'm going to try it with her to see if I am, or if I can have sex with a lady as well. So anyway, we went to bed a few times, and when I was in bed with her, I really didn't know what to do, right? So I was a little bit shy, so I pretended to sleep. I said, oh, I'm tired, I need to sleep. You know, you know what I mean? So I went to sleep for the first night, and then the second night she said, come and listen first. Oh, no, I'm tired, I need to sleep.
Oh, you
now.
still kept popping it off.
This happened for a week, right? This happened for a week. And then after a week, she said to me, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I said, nothing wrong with me. She said, why? I said, well, listen, I mean, I'm training, and, you know, I need to keep my fitness. What's wrong with you? I need to, you know. So anyway, then after a while, you know, one morning it all worked out. We managed to have some fun. And I thought, yeah, it's nice, but it's not really what I want.
Okay,
you
so
know
at
what I mean?
that stage you knew.
So then I knew.
I
thought it was nice. I can do the business, make her happy, and everything nice. But I thought it's not fair on her because I know where my true heart is.
Okay,
you know what I
okay.
mean? So I told her, you know, and she was very upset. But then so now I'm 19, right? So I think, yes, right, I'm gay. Okay, that's not a problem. Right, I don't find it a problem.
Yes.
But now I want to go and find some love.
Okay.
Right? And don't forget, this was a time when the AIDS was just coming up.
So in the 80s,
right? So it's a dangerous time now, right?
Yeah.
So I remember I did some research and I found out about this club, and at the time it was one of the biggest clubs in Europe. It's called Heaven nightclub. I don't know if you heard of it.
I think it's
underneath
in Central
Charing
London,
Cross,
isn't it?
the Arches, right?
Yeah.
It's the biggest club. It's the biggest gay club in the 80s.
So you researched
Of course, because I want to find out what's going on, right? So I managed to do some research and find out, and I said, right, I'm going to go there next week, right?
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm going to go next week. So basically, I got myself ready that weekend, you know, and I looked nice and this and that. And at that time, I started working out as well.
Yeah, I saw your picture.
Yeah,
very nice.
Well, you see, but this is
very nice.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realise. See, that's me when I'm top form.
Oh
top
my
form.
goodness.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You'd never know you've gone through anything.
Yeah, well,
just looking at that.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't.
Oh my goodness,
People
Peter!
don't.
Look,
yeah.
People,
You know?
look here. Those who are on the live, have a look. Yeah, I'm swooning. Oh, I'm allowed.
You know?
Wow, this was really you.
Oh look! You see it's me. Look, you see it's me. You see that mark there? See that mark there? Yeah, you can see it's me.
So the guys must have been really over you.
Well, everybody.
It?
No, and the girls.
And the girls, definitely.
When I'm walking anywhere in the world, the jaws are dropping.
Yes.
Everybody's coming. Everybody's touching.
Want to touch you? Yeah.
And say, what the hell? It can't be. You know. So I walked. So I walked into heaven like this.
Like that.
And nobody ever see that kind of physique, because that physique is a physique from God. Let me say it, right? When you see that, because it's not only big, it's in proportion.
Yeah.
Aesthetically beautiful.
Yes.
It's all.
I need to have another look.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. Right.
My goodness.
Yeah. You know, the abs and everything, and the veins and the lines and striations.
And you look so confident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look so confident.
I know. You see, people. That's what.
Wow.
See, this was the problem.
I have to keep you there.
Yeah, but this was the problem, because I looked like this. People didn't know what was inside.
Know going inside, yeah.
You see? So so I've always had that contrast, you know? So anyway, so now I go to heaven like this, right?
Wow.
And everybody's jaw, I'm walking down this thousands. As I'm walking, doors are dropping, everybody said now all the attention on me.
Then how did you feel
Well,
with all that?
I felt really uncomfortable.
Oh, you
yeah,
did?
because
You weren't used to
I'm
it.
not used to it.
Oh.
Now, don't forget, right before that,
Yes.
I'm dirt.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Now everybody's looking at me. Right. So they're all looking, and I'm like trying to be confident, but I'm really shy, and then I'm really shy as well. Right? So I go to the door, right, to get in the queue, but as we're getting closer and closer, I get nervous and I come out the queue. I say, I can't do it. Right? And then I walk around again, I try to get my nerves together.
Yes.
Then I go back in the queue, and again, as I get to the door, I can't do it. So I come out the queue, and then I think, oh God, what's happening? I said, right, I need to go and get a drink.
Okay.
Right, I need to get a drink. So I went round to the off license and bought a bottle of gin. Right? Yeah,
Ooh,
I know.
you drank all of it.
I drank all of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. And now I'm trying not to be drunk. So now I'm really conscious because I'm trying not to like this. And I get to the front of the door now.
Yeah.
And the bouncers, you know, they're big guys. But when they see me, they're like, damn, you come in free. You free, right? So I walked into heaven, went downstairs, and I've never been, you know, this first time.
Yes.
And it was just mad in there.
Yeah.
People with fans and whips and leather and drag queens and I think to myself, it's a dream. I mean, what the hell?
But did you feel good with it?
Well,
was that your place?
It was,
you know?
well, I'm out of my place.
Yeah.
I'm in a new place. I've got a
okay.
body like this.
Yes.
Everybody's looking at me. Everybody's touching me. Everybody's poking me. They're all coming around me. I mean, I've got everybody trying to touch me and wanting me to flex and pose and all grabbing my butt and stuff like that. I thought, oh God.
And you were 19 at this thing.
19.
Okay.
So I'm innocent. I know nothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got everybody on my case. So I was walking around and they were all coming up to me. Here's my number.
Wow.
Call me. I had 50 numbers in the first hour. And then they're following me and they were looking at me, and it was a bit intimidating, and I was out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But so then half an hour I had to go. About an hour I left. I left because it was just too much. I couldn't. You know, I had to go back home.
Yes.
And it would take me another 2 years until I went back there.
Oh.
Because I just had to. You know, I had to get my faculties and everything, and it was so intimidating, you know.
Yes.
So I went back after a few years, and then I was more confident. And I knew what to expect, and you know, but right, you know, I wanted some sex.
Okay.
Right? And
Don't make it too explicit.
no,
No.
of course not. I wanted some sex, but more importantly, and I'm glad, you know, I had the mindset. More importantly, I was looking for love.
Okay.
So because I look like this, I could have sex with anybody in there. It wasn't a problem, right?
Yeah.
But no, they're all coming up to me and wondering why I wasn't going back with them. And beautiful boys and girls, everybody, right? Look, you know, come and join us, have a threesome, have a foursome, come with us, and you know, we'll look after you. You want some drugs and everything? I said, look, boss, please, I'm just come to have a look. But because I was looking for love.
So at 19, you was looking for love.
Oh yeah. I was looking for love the whole time. So because I was looking for love, sex wasn't a priority. Okay. And I knew, because I looked like that, I knew people wanted me for the outside.
Yeah.
I didn't want that.
Oh.
I want someone to get to know me for the inside.
Yeah,
and then we're going to enjoy the outside. So lucky I was grounded, because in that time, if I would have had the sex we were supposed to have with everybody, I would be dead now because I would have got AIDS.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
Yeah. You know,
and you've kept that real, you know, Peter. I really appreciate you saying that. You've kept that real by saying that if you... How do I put it in a way of not offensive? If you went out there and done the deed like that, you would have come back.
You would have come back
Like that. So you hear it out there,
because that would have made me empty. I would have come back even more empty.
Yes.
I don't want to be. I've been abused all my life. I don't want to be abused because I look like that. I want someone, because I know my heart is beautiful.
Yeah.
Now I know that, right? So I want someone to say, oh, you know what, the body's great, but that heart, oh God. So I wanted someone to fall in love with the inside, and then the rest would be a bonus, right? But heaven, everybody wants the outside.
Yes.
You know, so when I walked in there, grabbing one minute, flex and pole, touching my abs, my butt, everything. And lucky
Peter, to be honest, I would have as well. Look at this.
Yeah. Girls did. Listen, even straight guys.
Yeah.
Straight guys used to come over to me. Yeah, but with you, with your face and everything, it looks a bit different.
Yeah.
And then because I was sweet as well, they loved the whole package. They said to me, this package does not come around again.
Yeah.
You've got so much going on in that one physique.
And you've actually put in that work to look like that. You know what I mean?
I trained very hard to look like that. I mean, that didn't come. I mean, I had to train. I was getting up every morning, like I do now. I was getting up every morning at 7 o'clock and going in the gym for 2.5 hours. Yeah. And sometimes I go back in the afternoon.
So at least you trained yourself to do something, even for everything.
But again, I knew I had to, because with that much of pain, if I didn't channel it in the right way,
Yes.
I would have been a mass murderer. I mean, that's what it would have done. I would have been, of course, because that pain would have gone into something
Something else.
really,
Yes.
something not nice.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I could have turned like a really nasty person. And even a friend of mine said, you know what, you could be one of the most nastiest people in the world. But I knew that because I know what kind of personality I have. I can easily go that way.
Yes.
But I'm not going to allow myself to go that way because I know that way is only a way right down into hell.
That's right.
And I want to go to heaven when I die, you know? So for me, it was important that I kind of did the best for myself and nobody else looking after me. And it's my obligation and it was my duty as a human being to channel it into something the best I could.
Yes.
I wasn't dealt with great cards, but I have to try to make the best with the cards I have. Now, I'm not going to complain and say I didn't have this, I didn't have that. I say I know I didn't have it, but what can I try to have now?
Yes.
So there's two things I tried. I tried to work on my physique, and I tried to go.
Once again, people, this is his physique.
Oh yeah, this is one of the most amazing physiques in the world.
Wow.
I mean, in the world, anywhere I go in the world, people even say, "Damn, how's it possible?"
And you didn't do any type of modelling or anything? They didn't call you for that?
Yeah, I did a bit. Yeah, I did a bit. Whoa. No, now this comes into a story. I'm glad you said that. This comes into a story.
We're gonna go for the news in a few minutes. So we'll continue on
Yeah.
the body.
Yeah. No, this comes into a very powerful story. I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, Pete, I can't stop looking.
Oh, yeah.
I would have grabbed you as well. I'm telling you, and I'm a straight woman, but I would have grabbed you. I don't care.
I was grabbed every day. I was grabbed every day on the street. I mean, literally. People,
But did you know why they were doing
of
it?
course.
You knew
People, listen, when I'm on the street, I swear to you, people running across the road, like grabbing me, and I'm like, relax yourself, man. I mean, like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at them, like, okay. You know, I know it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun to get that attention.
Yeah.
But it never went to my head.
Oh, that's good to hear.
No, that's what everybody said. Everybody said to me, Peter, you have one of the best bodies in the world.
And normally it would get
they said you have
head,
one of the
isn't
best bodies in the world, but yet you're down to earth because I know it's only a body.
Yeah.
It's only a body. I haven't really achieved anything great. Okay, I've got a great physique.
But you put in the work, you see. Yeah.
But it's only a body. All these people now, half the side, they walk around like this.
Yeah.
Because they're egos. See, I don't really have much of an ego. I never have done. And that's why, even though I look like that, I say, okay, well, thank you for the compliment.
Do you want to look back? Do you want to look like this again?
Well, no. I think I don't know. I'm too old to carry that kind of mass. But you know, I can look very good again.
Yeah.
Because I have the genetics and I know how to train. You know, and I'm quite big now. You can see.
I felt when I met you, I was just like, my God, help me.
You know, so next year I'm hoping to be in good shape again and looking great. You know, but I will never look as good as that because that's when I was young. That's my prime. You know.
Yes.
So
it's something to be proud of. You need a frame for this.
I have got one. I've got one at home.
It's something to be proud of, honestly.
But
So I've gone through all of that. So we're going to go to the news, and then we'll be back with Peter. And while you lot are listening to the news, I'll be gawping at his picture. How about that? Oh dear.
Have we got to the news now?
Yeah, we're going on the news now.
Nice
So.
break.
Yeah, have a break. Oh my God, look at you. I actually wish I gave birth to you.
Yeah, but I wasn't that big when you gave birth.
Yeah, no, but you turn out like this. It's great. Oh, bless you.
Well, you have to say, you have to try to make yourself feel good in some way.
Yeah, and to have that mindset though. That's why I'm trying to get to have that mindset to put in that work with all what you've gone through.
I had to.
It's amazing.
Yeah, because with me, I can see things very clearly. I've always had that ability, right? So I'm seeing things. If I don't do something constructive,
then you can go the other way.
My life is hell, but it's going to be even worse hell. I could be in a cell. I would be in a cell now, in forever because I would kill 10 people.
Gosh,
but I knew that.
So something was holding you that said, no, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, but my spirit, I'm very spiritual, not in spirit, but spiritual in knowing what to do. It comes naturally with me. I have that ability, to always think, no, this is going to happen if you don't do that. With that, your character and who you are,
The new post restaurant.
So it's getting interesting now, isn't it?
It is.
But yeah.
Not
in a minute, ask me about that. Because something really interesting is coming up now.
Will it make me smile?
Listen, you're going to find it very interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody will find it interesting. This is something very... Oh, yeah, all my stuff is interesting.
Okay.
It's not,
we might have to have a part 3, Pierre.
Could be, I mean... You know, what I'm saying, this is why.
Yeah.
This is why this book will be so
Yeah,
diverse.
definitely. We're gonna just keep shouting it out. If there's any book authors or ghostwriters.
Well, we do that. We do it towards the end because I want to read that stuff as well. Because it's a very powerful thing I want to read, and it's reparations.
Okay.
Because I want reparations for what happened to me.
So from like the
from the care system. No. It's a letter I've written to Harrogate Council.
Okay.
You're gonna love this.
Okay, good.
Believe me, it's a powerful thing. When you hear it.
Well done you.
Yeah, well, I'm trying
it's
to.
good. It's good. I'm proud of you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I'm proud of you because, like I said, you could have went mad and you could have been a killer, like you said, which is true.
Yeah.
And you
on drugs
and everything else.
Homeless. I could have been homeless. There's so many things, you know, so many things.
And I'm happy with what you said, that you were even though you was carefree in a way, you still thought about the AIDS pandemic. You still thought about that. You know what I mean?
I had to, because again, people dying. I saw people dying around me, all because they wanted to muck about.
But someone at your age, originally at 90, they would have cared. That's why for you.
Well, a lot of my friends didn't care. A lot of my friends didn't. And that's but I'm saying I'm spiritual with myself. I have that with myself.
Yeah.
That is in me. For some reason, I say no. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
Look at that.
You know, even though everybody's. I mean, they're all gorgeous people.
Yeah,
all
I can imagine.
And I was tempted, but I thought, no, I'm looking for love.
You still had that.
The love. I'm not lust. I'm not going to be used. I don't want to be used because I look like that.
Yeah.
You know, I want someone to like me because of inside.
Inside first, and the outside can come after.
Outside later on. You know.
Absolutely. Wow.
I want that connection I never had. I'm looking for a connection. You know, it's important for people in care to have a proper connection with somebody.
And this is the word of the wise by saying it, because you know. Wow. I am bowled over.
You see, so the part 2 is interesting, isn't it?
It really is, really is. Wow.
Part 3 is even more interesting.
Yeah, well, you'll have to cover part 3 feet, honestly.
Wow, I tell you, it's so
oh my gosh. Yeah. Let me get back on here.
Can you tell how many people are watching?
On the live there was, I know there's about 5 on there.
Okay.
On the stream there's 12.
Okay.
That's around the world though.
Yeah, it's not many, but 12.
Yeah.
That's not a lot, is it?
It's not a lot yet.
I thought it'd be hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, not a lot yet. But it will.
Yeah, it
will.
Yeah.
Wow. How you feeling?
No, it's
you
fine.
feeling good? You feel comfortable and everything?
You're great. You make me feel good.
Oh, bless you, darling. That's good. I'm glad.
If I didn't feel comfortable, I wouldn't be able to talk like this.
Yeah.
I started to get nervous.
No, it's good.
No, but with you, as I'm saying, it's flowing because you make me feel comfortable. See, that's the thing with me. If I do these, if I'm not feeling comfortable, I can't do it.
You can't do it, yeah.
You know, and with you, I was looking forward to coming to see you.
I'm glad. Me too. Me too. Oh, bless you. Me too. I'm definitely going to speak to Irene because she goes out with my cousin. So I'm going to ask her for the 2 tickets.
Yeah.
She was the one that wanted to come and hug you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she sent me a message on WhatsApp and said, I wanted to get in the car and come and just give him a big hug. Yeah.
Well, say he appreciates it out.
He
wouldn't mind tickets because Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
You know?
And you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
You really will.
Well, as I said, I don't have money to go to them, so it would be nice. It would be nice to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I meet the cast afterwards.
You can meet the cast afterwards, meet her as well, meet the team. Yeah.
So tell her.
I will. I definitely will. Without a doubt. Definitely will. Oh, bless. Okay.
Hello, my friend. How are you today? Great.
Just a few more seconds.
Yeah.
So you liked my questions that I put together. I like that.
Yeah, no, brilliant. That was the best part. I thought that's so nice.
It's different, just to make it a little bit more light-hearted.
That's what I liked about it. It was unusual.
Yeah.
Even a friend of mine said she heard it, and that was the best part, Peter, when the questions. Yeah, it was unusual, and I like the idea.
Yeah.
The concept was really brilliant.
Oh.
Yo, this is Shaggy.
Hey, what's poppin'? It's your girl Cardi B.
What's going on, people? It's Stormzy here.
Hi, I'm Julie. Hi, I'm Alicia, and we're Misty.
Yo, this Snoop Doggy Dog.
Hi, this is Charlie XCX.
Yo, what is good? This your homie Rick Rums. What's going on, guys? This is Post.
Welcome back to the Goddess Jazzy Show. I'm still here with my lovely guest Peter Woods, and he's there sharing his journey, his story, and I've been ogling his picture with his abs, you know what I'm like, so you know, and he's going to continue with his story. So I asked him, did he not do modelling? Because this picture, I know everyone can't see it, but whoever's on live, you can see it here. Here we go. And I wanted to know, did he do any modelling? And your answer is, Peter?
My answer is yes.
Yes.
But more, well, see now, this picture here, a friend of mine, he took the picture, right? And he's a photographer.
Okay.
And he used to own a magazine, a gay magazine.
Oh.
And
do you remember the name of it?
I'm just in the 70s. In the 70s, Gay Times.
Oh, the Gay Times. Okay.
In the 70s.
All right.
His name was Alex McKenna, and he used to take the pictures. Now he saw me, and he approached me, gave me his card, and said, "This physique, who are you?" And I told him, said, "Listen, this physique is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Please come to my office, and we're gonna have a discussion about this and whatever." So I thought, okay, great.
Modelling contract and everything.
Yeah. So I went to his office, and at the time he lived in Camden Town. Right, and so I went up to his office, and he's an Irish guy, and we had a drink, and he was fun, he was great.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he was saying, you know, I was getting all these compliments, and I was loving it, you know, and he's saying, this physique, you know, I've seen loads of the world, but yours is one of the best, you know. And then he said, have you ever thought of doing muscle worship shows? Muscle worship shows, yeah.
What does that mean?
Right, here we go, right? So that's what I thought. Muscle worship
shows.
I said, I don't know the concept. I
that?
never heard of it. I said, what is it? So he had a smile on his face, right? So I thought, oh, here we go, right? So I was very intrigued. So I looked at him, and he said, right, Peter, let me explain.
Yeah.
I said, okay, so now I'm just looking at him. He said, there are people, there are people in this world who would pay you to go and strip off and flex and pose in front of them.
Okay.
Right? So I said, what? I said, people going to pay me to flex and pose? I said, what do I have to do? He said, whatever you want to do. He said, it's completely up to you. You can just flex and pose. You can have sex with them. Or whatever. He said, men and women would, the way you look with your face and personality, he said, you would make a fortune. I said, how much? And what exactly? Yeah, I was
He's intrigued with it now.
Yeah. He said, I can't believe it. You know, so he said to me, you know, you can do like an hour if you want, or half an hour. You can charge a few £100.
Oh, wow.
Just, I said, a few £100. I thought, and then, you know, it's a lot of money back then as well.
Especially at your age as well,
exactly.
isn't it?
So I'm thinking, you know, a few £100. I said, what exactly do I have to do?
Still.
Yeah, because, you know, because it sounds too good to be true, right?
Yeah.
Never heard of this before. So he said, it's up to you. You can just take all your clothes off. So take all my clothes off. He said, you don't have to. You can have trunks on if you want.
Yes.
But the more you actually reveal, the more money you get, right? So I thought, oh, okay. and he said, the more you actually do as well. So what do you mean do? He said, well, he had a friend. He told me his name, and I knew the person. I went, what, he does it? He went, yeah. He said, listen, there's a lot of people who do it on the hush.
Okay.
Right? But I'm telling you, he does it. He mentioned a person who's a film star. He's very up there. Right? He mentioned his name. I went, are you sure?
Yeah.
Him? But he's in all the films. He's Mr. Macho. He said,
so he's away,
he said,
innit?
that's how he got there. He got there by meeting the right people, and that's how he got there. So he told me his name. I said, oh my God, really? Anyway, so I said to him, well, I don't want to have sex with these people because I'm looking for love. So I'm not looking for sex, but I'm willing to strip off and flex and pose for £200 for an hour, right?
Yeah.
So he said, right. So he had a smile on his face. He said, right, let's see how it works now. So he put £200 on the desk. He said, flex,
for you to,
flex and pose for him.
Oh.
So I said, who for? He said, for me. And I went, oh, okay. And he put the money there, and I looked at the money, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Do you rip off your clothes like that?
So I slowly, slowly he come and he took this off, and I looked at him, because we're very close like this, so I'm looking at him, and I could see his pupils get really black, you know, so he's very excited, you know. So I'm looking at him, and he's breathing, I can smell his breath from me, I go, oh, he didn't brush his teeth this morning. You know what I mean? And he's right there, and then I could see him really get excited. He's taking off this, and then he got my arms, he said, flex, and I flexed, and he started rubbing them, and I'm looking at him like this, and he's doing all this, and he took this off my chest, started rubbing my chest, and then he went over the desk and got some baby oil, and started putting the baby oil on me, and I'm looking at my baby, I'm looking like this, you know? So I'm looking at myself, what the hell is going on? But I see the money down there, I think, I'm going to suffer it, because there's good money there, you know? So, you know, then I took all my clothes off, and he had fun and this and that, and so he gave me the money, and then he said, right, I've got another friend who saw you, he's very interested in you, here's a number, he's waiting for your call.
What?
So, yeah, so I called him and he did the same thing for him. Then he's got another friend, they all heard about you, everybody
So
wanted you.
he was just getting your rounds.
I was earning, and I looked at this money and I thought to myself, I haven't robbed anybody, I haven't sold any drugs, I haven't beat nobody, and people would give me money, just reflecting the posing.
Wow.
So then, because he had a magazine, he said, right, I'm going to put your name, he said, you have to come up with a name to use.
Oh.
So at the time, I fancied this guy on TV, Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe, the actor.
What does he act? He's an actor.
He's an
He's got
actor.
nice eyes.
Yeah,
I
he's
think.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And, apparently, and then he was beautiful, and I looked at him.
Yeah.
I thought, that's my boyfriend. I want
Rob
Lowe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said, right, I'm going to use Rob Lowe. So I used the Rob Lowe as my alias, and then I put something like big, black, beautiful bodybuilder, perfectly proportioned, pictorial Peter, flexing and posing at your will. You know,
That's your tag.
yeah. So it's an eye catcher. Big, black, beautiful bodybuilder, perfectly proportioned, pictorial Peter. The B's and the P's. So we sent them out, and I got flooded from all over the world.
Oh.
And suddenly people are flying me into here, flying me in there, flying me in there, and I'm flexing and posing and doing this, and they take me for something to eat. And
What a life, huh?
So I was doing that for 20 years all over the world. Yeah. The women, the men, everybody. I mean, the businessmen that used to come, these are businessmen, I mean, millionaires.
Yes.
They come and say, Peter, we've seen your ad, we can send a car around for you now.
So your picture was in the actual
my
Gay
picture,
Times?
yeah, the pictures like this. Pictures,
my
pictures.
goodness
I don't
me.
do pictures, you know, it's more exotic pictures. You couldn't see anything, but it was done very
It's done
exotic.
very exotic,
People, I left no imagination that I was, you know, big everywhere, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And so they're looking at it, damn.
See if I got the Gay Times out there
You
by
know
any
what I mean?
chance.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s.
You know, this big black beast, look at him, you know?
Yeah.
And so I remember one guy in Holland, and I only stopped doing muscle worship for him a few years ago, right? And we had but he was a pianist, and he was a classical piano, one of the best in the world. And he used to fly me in, and how we did it is this, right? He flew me in, he met me at the airport, and we drove to his house, and we go in there, and the table would be full of candles and a lovely romantic meal. And he's very sophisticated, this guy, right?
Yes.
And we're talking, and he's looking at me and saying, Peter, your arms look even better than last time. I can see more veins in the lines. And I'm in a tight shirt, and I look at him, and I know he's getting off on it, and I'm flexing as we're eating, right? And he's like, well, you look magnificent. And it's really fun.
Yes.
It's great. I'm getting all these compliments. And then he says, right. So then he would go upstairs, and he had a room built for his grand piano. He's a classical.
Oh, wow.
So what we used to do, he said, right, I'm going to go to Peter, come up in a few minutes. And when I go up, so it's the room, it's all the chairs, so I'm sitting there, and the concert is going to begin. So he walks in a tuxedo, and he sits there and starts playing classical, all this classical, and I'm enjoying it because it's really good stuff.
Yes, nice.
And it's like really nice. And then it's my turn. Then I would go upstairs to the bedroom and get all up in my briefs, and then he would come up, sit down, and watch me. So I'll be doing a show for him. He'd do a show for me.
You, yeah.
But I'll be getting paid for it. Boom, boom, pow, pow. You know. So I mean, yeah. So that's muscle worship.
Yeah.
You know.
I've never ever in my life heard this.
There's a lot of people making a fortune out there.
Are they?
Now they're making a fortune.
Muscle worship.
Muscle
You
worship.
heard it here, love.
You know?
Muscle worship.
So that's how I made it pay.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And then I eventually found love in heaven. I was in heaven, and I saw this guy. And he was tall, handsome, blonde, blue eyes. But he's with a girl, two girls. And I thought, maybe he's straight. So I followed him a little while and I looked at him. And I thought, yeah, he's really hot, he's really cute. So I managed to get everything together.
So that time you wasn't drunk?
No.
Okay.
No, this is after a few years now. I've been going to heaven. I know everybody. I don't have to pay. Everybody wants me to come in because I'm part of the, you know.
Yes.
So I walked in there and I saw this guy, and I thought, yeah, let me go and see what he's like. So as I said, but because I'm quite shy, and I got everything, and I walked up to him and I tapped him and we started talking. And I said, are you straight or gay? Because you remember, he said he's gay. So I laughed and smiled and gave him my number. This was in about 85, 86.
Okay.
You know? No, it wasn't. It was most probably 89, about 89.
All
yeah.
right.
So by that time, I almost had 30 odd years of being alone. You know? So I was alone, and that's a long time to be alone, you know? Because as I say, it wasn't
mentally, it's not good.
Mentally, no, but my soul was destroyed, you know, because I've gone through that, and now I've got another 18 years of being on my own, you know. And it was hard because I love company, you know. So my spirit wasn't great then because I was profoundly lonely. I mean, not lonely, profoundly, because I had no parents there.
Yes.
And even though I was popular with all the boys and the
boys,
girls,
yeah,
nobody was penetrating my heart. And I wanted to find someone to penetrate my heart.
Yes.
Because when you go through what I've gone through, you don't let anybody in easy.
yes.
No, they've got to have character.
You've got that protective
and they've got to have,
cover, isn't it?
well, not so much protective, but we know what we need, and I know what I'm looking for. You know, and we don't accept
You don't want
anybody.
nothing less.
We don't.
Yeah.
I'm not compromising on that because I know how important that person is to me and making me happy or sad or giving me lifting my spirits. I've been through trauma, so I need someone who's not going to add. I need someone who's going to lift me up.
Lift you up.
And I know, and because I'm very sensitive, I will know by the energy because
Yeah,
that's what we
body-
have.
yeah,
we
body
have
language,
we have something. You know, we can feel people very easily. So. Anyway, cut long story short, this guy, and then we went on a few dates.
Okay.
His name was Perry. He was from Norway.
Oh.
And I love that because I don't want English because I know what they bring to the table.
Yeah.
And it's not great. And it's not great. You know what I mean? I wanted something completely different that I don't know.
Oh dear, yeah.
I wanted someone to bring nice fruit to the table that
Yes.
I've never had. Exotic fruit.
That's such a nice chat of line. I need you to bring nice fruit to my table.
I want something. You know, so he was charming and he was articulate, but extremely. He was beautiful. He must be one of the beautiful boys in the
When
world.
you say he was, is he past?
Well, we're going back at 90s, aren't we?
Oh.
I was beautiful, but we're going back.
Okay,
you know, everybody's
what's his name?
everybody.
Okay,
you
okay,
know,
yeah.
You know, but no. Now he's still beautiful, but then he had the beauty of youth.
Oh.
See, youth makes you. You know, as you get older, it's fine.
Yeah,
but it's what you're youthful. You
Yeah,
know, he was
yeah.
at the time. He was 21. You know, so he was at his prime. You know, and as I said, because he's not English, he had something about him.
Yeah.
You know, just the way
Something
he
that you
talks.
liked as well.
Everything he said, because his English wasn't great, so he started off with I say, how are you? He went, no, I'm okay, everything's fine. I say, what are we doing tomorrow? No, I'm going to meet you tomorrow. I said, wait, keep saying no. You know, we started laughing, you know, so he had some cuteness about him, you know. But anyway, so we dated for a while, and then we fell in love. And then he moved in with me. I was living in Muswell Hill Road. We had a flat there. I was renting a flat. He moved in with me. So now I'm 30. What am I? I'm 32.
Okay.
And now I have love in my life.
Yeah.
Proper love.
Okay.
You know?
And how long were you together for?
Well, we were only boyfriends for a year.
Yeah.
But we've been friends ever since.
Okay.
You know, because what I didn't realise is at the time, later on, he's the one with bipolar.
Oh.
So do I need to say more with people with bipolar?
Wow.
I mean,
that's another strain for you as well.
I mean, strain.
Oh my goodness.
You have to have. I'm afraid, you know, what I know about bipolar. You have to have tremendous stamina.
How did you cope with what you're gone through to deal with that?
Well,
as well?
again,
How?
I just had to take it on.
Yeah.
I just had to take it on because he needed me. And once you're in my heart, I was concerned about him. You know, because he's been through a lot as well.
Was it difficult with the relationship?
Well, it was after a while because his behaviour.
Yeah.
He's bipolar, you know, and I'm carrying my stuff.
That's what I mean. Your
and now I've got to carry his stuff.
Yeah.
And now I've got to try to help him because he's not helping me with my stuff because he can't. His stuff, he doesn't have my character. So his stuff is all consuming for him.
Gosh,
and now I know it's heavy, so now I've got to try to nurture him. I've got to be there for him, and he's just giving it to me. He doesn't like my tone of voice. I don't support him. I don't do this. I don't do that. It's wrong. I do everything for him.
Maybe that's the bipolar.
But it is. And he punched me in the face, chucked food at me, and so it's a difficult relationship. Even now, it's difficult. But I tell him, sweetheart. I tell him every day. I say, I love you. I said, we're here for you. I say, you don't need to say horrible words to me, and you don't need to tell me this and that, because in fact, I'm loving you for such a long time, and I'm never going to leave you. So as long as you know, please treat me properly, because I want to grow old with you. You know, and I tell him that all the time. You know, so it's difficult with him because, as I say, he's not correct. But so he was my first boyfriend, and when we finished, I said to him, we're going to remain friends because it's important that he knows that.
Yeah, that's good.
It's important because I know what it's like to be deserted, and I didn't want him to feel like that. I said no. I said we're not boyfriends.
So did you finish the relationship?
Yeah, I finished with him.
Too much for him.
And he was so distraught. I mean, really. And when I looked at him and saw me like that, it broke my heart. You know, because I was everything for him at that time.
Yeah.
And he felt safe as well. Not only that, because he's safe. You know? So he knew with me, and I knew everybody. You know, and so he felt safe. And for him to feel like, you know, that was one of the most hardest things I had to do, when in fact he was so distraught that I said to him, no, I'm only joking. No. I carried on being his boyfriend for longer
So
than
do you think if he didn't have the bipolar, you would have
Oh.
remained together?
Yeah, because he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he's still a great guy now. But because he has so many weird and horrible turns, he can come out of the blue and just be horrible, just horrible things to me,
Yeah.
And I just feel like to myself, oh God, sweetheart.
The thing is, if you didn't go through what you went
Mhm.
through, I think you'd be able to understand it a bit more. His bouts of.
No, I
falling
understand
out.
it. No, I do
Yeah.
understand. Otherwise, I wouldn't be there. No, I understand completely. But because I understand, that's why I support him.
Okay.
If I didn't understand, listen, let's face it.
Yeah.
95% of people would have walked away
Yeah,
a long time ago.
definitely
Even my
so.
friends say to me, Peter, I say, I've done my best and then some with him.
Yeah. Of
You have to have a
course.
special person to go through what he puts people through. But even today, he was still moaning about me. Oh,
Yeah.
You don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do that. And I think, oh, sweetheart, you're completely wrong. So he doesn't see it. But it doesn't matter to me because
Yeah.
I love him.
That's
I
good
care
still.
for him.
Yeah.
I'm always going to support him. I'm always going to be there. And even though it cost me dearly, I just have to just suffer it.
Has he found someone else?
No, he'll never find anybody
No,
else.
no.
He'll never find anybody else because he's too bloody messy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a mess, but he's a double mess.
Okay.
At least I'm a mess and I know it. He's a mess and he doesn't know
He
it.
doesn't know it. Doesn't he get his own support from his family?
He's got
or
no
anything?
support.
No support at all either.
No,
Wow.
No, he's got
world.
people around him. I know this world.
Isn't it? This world.
This world, it can be really tough and cruel and
And it
mean.
wasn't supposed to. The world was never supposed to be like this.
This,
I don't know what went
I was
wrong.
thinking the other day, this world could be such a beautiful
Isn't it?
world
Yeah.
if it wasn't for money.
Money,
Ego.
jealousy, negativity.
Yeah,
the list goes on, Peter.
Man has brought so much horribleness to
Yeah.
this earth, and it's a shame and
Very
it's
much
wrong.
so.
And all the politicians and all the people up there, they've got no integrity.
None at
They're
all.
not for us.
No.
They're for themselves. And when I ever see any of them on TV, I turn it over because I know they speak with forked tongue.
Yeah, and it's the same old
It's the
repetitive
same.
rubbish.
I
and
mean,
stuff
look what's
like
happening
that.
at the moment, and it's saying this and that. I mean, what's happening at the
What's
moment
happening?
is
Look
a
at-
breakdown
yeah.
of society.
And division. There's a lot of division.
It's just
Lot of
it's
division.
criminal. What they do, they should all be put in prison.
Yep.
They're the
My
ones.
partner
who
says
should
the
be-
same thing. All
They
of them should be
all
put in
prison.
Yeah,
All of them.
absolutely. So, Peter,
Yes.
read us
Oh,
your...
right.
Tell
Right.
us about this.
Right now, as you know, it's only in the last kind of 5 to 6 years I learned to read and write.
Oh, just then,
Yeah.
recently.
It's only So because of that, it's opened a new door for me. And it's a door that I can express myself.
Yes.
And I find by writing, I also find it very therapeutic, and I find it releases a lot of stuff. Now, something I'm going to read you now.
Yes.
I'm going to let me see which one. I'm going to read. Seeing it's Christmas soon.
Oh.
Right. I'm going to read.
And you wrote this?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wrote this. Yeah. All my words. All these are my words.
Yeah.
And I can only spell a few words, but
Oh,
I
bless
try
you.
my best. But I'm going to read something. It's a letter to Santa Claus.
Okay.
Now, because Christmas is normally a very hard time for me because of my trauma, what I've been through. But when I was in a very dark place and I wrote this, I was just grateful that when I was in '82,
Yeah.
the Christmases at the end of our bed, we had a pillar full. I told you in the last one,
Yeah,
full of
like
presents.
in there, yeah.
And so this is me thanking Father Christmas for that period. Right. So
Okay.
here it goes. Excuse me, I'm going to read it slow. Yeah?
No problem.
Dear Santa Claus, there is no doubt you coming down my chimney in the 1960s brought sunshine into a very sad period of a young boy's life. You drove away many dark shadows. Being in a children's home, so not having parents to send you a letter telling you how well I behaved and what I would like as a present, I thought would be a problem and I would miss out, you being so busy with millions to visit. So it was the most wonderful blessing, bless you, awakening on Christmas morning with a pillowcase at the end of my bed full of so many lovely presents. Action Man, I love the Action Man, and it was great fun, but my favourite was the Indian feathered coloured war bonnet. The other gifts you brought were light, joy, and a glad release from sadness. Also, for a while, I didn't feel like that little boy left behind. I later on found out why the pillowcase was full of presents. Right? It was because all the staff were so concerned that all the children would have a nice Christmas that the matron and all the other staff volunteered out of the kindness of their heart to put a portion of the salary each week into a fund for one purpose: to buy us children toys at Christmas. I am forever grateful for you, Santa Claus, and for the matrons at my children's home.
Oh, bless you. And what age were you when you wrote that?
Oh no, I only
But
wrote
this-
it a
like
few
that.
years ago, but it's
Oh.
going back to, as I
Yeah,
say, once
giving thanks like
once
that.
I learned to read and write, I'm expressing myself in
Wow.
writing, right? So that's one there. So it's quite powerful, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
it goes back to a time,
Oh, yes.
and right. And this one, now this one
Pretty.
is called yes. I put it on. You just see it. Because I'm
Oh,
very, you know.
pretty.
See, it's pretty. She said it's pretty
Yeah,
because
it's
it's got
pretty.
butterflies
Look.
on it. Butterflies.
Those were tuning in, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Now this is a prayer
that you wrote as
that
well.
I wrote
Oh.
because you know my life has been full of adversity,
Mm,
and sometimes we fail.
yeah.
So I'm asking
Definitely.
God if I failed, and so this is my prayer to God, asking Him. Okay.
Mhm.
I've come to your house to kneel and pray, and give glory to your name. It's time I submit my worldly pain. I now accept the tears and the heartache through the years. It's because I was young I found it hard to concede. Now I believe. Did I fail? To be blessed with heightened emotions and sensitivity means life has not been easy. But I'm grateful for you choosing me to have so much love for humanity. I know I can't be the best or win everything. You know I succumb to temptation and sin. You set me many tests. Did I fail? The agony of love lost and having my spirit crushed made me feel like everything I turned to dust. You seen the tears coming from my eyes. You knew inside my heart died, but I always tried to pass every test. Did I fail? I'm grateful for your sacrifice, your Son, Jesus Christ. I'm grateful because you, God, gave me life. I'm grateful for the Trinity that comforts me. But most of all, I'm grateful for teaching me through adversity. Did I pass every test or did I fail? My Lord, my God, I did my best.
That's beautiful. That sounds like a poem.
See?
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
beautiful.
And that comes...
Absolutely beautiful,
yeah, see?
honestly.
Yeah, you like that one?
I was just in
You-
another place.
you were
While
fo-
said, yeah, I was
you
just,
were
I
focused
wasn't
on that
here.
one,
I was
yeah.
just like,
You see?
wow.
And
yeah.
this come from my pain.
That's what you
And
wrote
this
like
is
that.
what I pain, yeah. So, you know, I believe when we go through adversity, we must channel it in something creative as well. Because
Yes.
sometimes words are not enough.
Yeah,
Sometimes we have to do something.
Mhm.
And this is me, is getting my stuff out of me.
Out of you. It's
And-
beautiful.
and once I read it as well,
Mm.
a little bit of me, I'm carrying less baggage.
Okay,
And
yeah.
this is what I'm trying to do. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to heal myself.
Yes.
Now this one here, I've written to Haringey Council.
So this is recent that you've
Yeah,
written
this is
Oh.
this was in the last year.
My God, you didn't waste time then. Since you
I
learned to
can't-
read and
I
everything, you
can't-
just
there's
went.
no time to waste.
wow.
There's things to be done.
That's admirable.
And we can't waste anything. So,
Mhm.
you know, now this one, I wrote to Haringey Council because I was in their care.
Mm,
They're the ones who made me go through all this.
yeah.
And I'm asking for reparations. Right? I know it's never going to happen. That's not the point. The point is I wanted to write it.
Yeah, so
and
they
I
can
walked up
acknowledge
to the
it.
council and I handed it in to them the other day.
Oh.
Now, I know I'm not going to get a response because they're cowards and they're not going to do it, but that's not the point. The point is, it's out of me now.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And
in their hands.
And here it goes. Yeah. Reparations from Haringey Council. I'm writing to you asking for reparations for the many wrongs done to me while I was in your care in the 1960s to 1978, because a large number of my carers acted willfully and with great malice towards me. I am seeking compensation to offset the multitude of injustices done to me. I'm also seeking an apology. I feel it's important to take this step so I can gain closure and move on with my life. I acknowledge 82 was one of the better homes, and for 11 years it felt like a home and I felt safe. But this all changed suddenly and violently, which has left me traumatized to this day, resulting in post-traumatic stress disorder. So for violently removing me from the only home I've ever known of 11 years, I am seeking £100,000. For being traumatized for life resulting in post-traumatic stress, I am seeking a further £100,000. For putting me through 25 different institutions like Human Cargo and in harm's way, there really isn't enough money in the world that can cover what I was subjected to over nearly 2 decades in your care. For the violence I witnessed and the violence perpetrated against me, you were charged £200,000. For hearing other children scream at night, £25,000. For the appalling and shameful brutality, and for humiliating, terrorizing, beating, and scaring me shitless, you will never be forgiven. For the many punches and kicks that broke my nose twice, and the various other wicked blows that fractured my ribs and jaw, I have to tell you, it was only then I wondered how much more a young boy's soul could endure. But being raped on my 12th birthday was the final straw, and was when I lost all belief and started hating myself. All the money in the world can never compensate for a child living in fear. For making me cry for 365 days of the year for each of my 18 years in care, for a lacerated heart and wiping the smile off my face, for the deep scars I carry for life and the deliberate abuse, I am lost for words to describe the hell I had to face. The lack of care was beyond a disgrace. There really is no excuse. When you add it all up, the true cost of my life in care was way too much for a sweet boy's soul to bear.
Peter, my God. I'm speechless.
Well,
I'm speechless.
this is what we try to do now. We're trying to heal ourselves, and we're trying to get it out there, you know.
Speechless.
So if there's anybody out there who can help me, you know, tell my life story, please, please. If it's publishers or anybody, if you go to my page as well.
Yeah, say it.
Yeah, if you go to my page on TikTok, Peter Woods, there's a GoFundMe on there as well. Please, please, no matter how small it is, please, please help me. Because, as I say, my life story will not only help me, but it helped many people. So any help would be much appreciated. And I've never had help before, so I'm asking. So please, please help me in some way.
Yeah.
If you know a publisher, if you know a ghostwriter, anybody to come and help me, please.
Oh, that's love. That's wow. So you've given this to Haringey Council now.
I gave it
so that's your copy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
of course.
Good. Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm writing every day, and I'm writing, and I find it really therapeutic.
Yeah, it must be, especially that you never
The
learnt
brothers
to...
of mine now, the brothers have been very mean and horrible.
Still?
So, no, but in the past, it doesn't matter. They've been very mean and horrible, not supportive. So I've wrote each one of them a letter.
Oh.
And I'm going to put it on my TikTok as well, because again, I want to get it out. It's important. I've always dreamed of, because I can't send it to them because they won't even read it or they take it away. So, but I just want to get it out there. And once it's out there, I can forget about it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to heal myself.
Lesser.
I want to carry less baggage, you know.
Yeah.
Before this all started on TikTok, I was carrying like 10 tons of baggage. Now I'm only carrying 8 tons.
Okay, so
And
slowly.
And eventually I will get it down to maybe 1 ton.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I'm not there yet, but by telling it, by crying, by releasing it, by writing it, by finding a way of getting through it, I'm healing. You know? So
Oh gosh. I'm trying to think, there's someone on TikTok that deals with children in care. So I'm wondering if I can't remember, I'll have to wait till I scroll through it.
Wait it up.
And then I'll see if they can get in contact with you
Please.
with that and see if she can manage to help you get compensation.
Well, listen,
as well.
I don't worry about conversation because
But that can help you.
But I don't think. Listen, I don't think I'm going to get that because.
But you
know,
might.
Well,
you never know. You might.
Okay, but that's not the main issue here. The main issue is for me to get it out of here.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going
But
to
if you get the compensation,
yeah,
you
well,
can help
okay,
with
but I'm not focused
the books
on.
and
But
everything
I'm not
else.
focused. Yeah, but well,
See?
I'm not focused on that. But anybody can help me with the books would be more appreciated. But you know, I'm full of trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma from the top to the bottom.
So even now, no one in this health service is out there to help you. Not a counsellor, nothing.
Nobody.
Oh,
Nobody cares.
Me.
They're all mouth. But when it comes to it, nobody really wants to help.
What is going on? What is going on?
Because it's a society that is not great, you know. And for people like me who really need the help, there isn't there. You know, they say, oh yeah, put you on the list, but then the list would be 5 years, and by the time it comes around, it would be a new list, and something else would be, you know. No, I've always wanted to have counselling.
Yeah.
I've always dreamed of being in front of Dr. Phil, someone like that.
Okay.
You know, someone who's qualified to
Yes.
really quickly say, you know what, he may make me realise certain things I don't realise. See, because a lot of my stuff I'm only realising now because I'm looking back at myself.
Look at yourself, yes.
But I'm sure that if someone come with a fresh view, sat down and said, you know what, Peter, you're actually quite an amazing person, and this is why you're amazing, because that people wouldn't even get through that or that,
or
but,
that,
but you've got
yeah.
through this and that on your own. I want to hear that from somebody.
Someone, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, I know without being big-headed, I know I'm actually quite amazing.
You are.
I know, but I don't see myself like that because I'm too focused on trying to work through the pain.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see myself how other people see it because I can't focus on that. Like when I had that physique, everybody said to me, "My God,"
Because you'd never know by looking at you.
Everybody said to me, "My God."
Sorry.
Everybody said to me, "My God, you're one of the best physiques in the world." In the world, no, I don't see it like that
Yes.
because I don't focus myself like that.
Yes.
So when people give me compliments, it goes. I say, "Thank you." It doesn't bring
Yeah,
me.
it doesn't bring you-
It doesn't bring me anything because what they don't realize is the reason why I look like that is because of pain I'm
that
carrying.
yeah.
Very few people could look like that because when I go to the gym, I go to a different place, and I don't go to the same place as braggadocious trying to get a body for that. I don't go for that. I go there for my survival.
Yeah.
So when I train, I do it in a slightly different way than everybody else, and that's why I look differently. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it
You
does,
know?
it does. Oh, wow.
So
again, I'm going to speak it out. If there's any ghostwriter or author out there that can help,
or publisher,
that can help Peter Woods, and anyone in the Council of Haringey that will he's given the letter in quite recently anyway, and he's got a photocopy. At least acknowledge it. At least, you know, at least acknowledge it and help this man out, because he's had 62 years of pure, which I can't say on the radio.
pure,
but yeah,
that pure is what cows do in the field.
Yeah, that one.
You
yeah,
know?
so pure that, and to know that you're still here like this is amazing. It
And,
really is.
and I'm laughing as well, you
Yeah.
know, even though I'm crying. So yeah, I think that's a miracle in itself, you know. So yeah,
Only God knows how you got through all of this, or how you're still going through, because you still have to heal.
Well, it's only God
you know?
knows. It's only God knows
Yeah,
that, you know.
because I don't know where you found the strength to come from the daily oppression that you've been having upon you, you know, the daily this and the daily that and the daily abuse, you know.
I mean, that kind of strength doesn't come from humans. I don't think. I think that can only come from one place. It's up there, because when I look back, and as I said, and I know the magnitude because I felt it.
Yes.
And when I look back at that, you know, especially that child, when I look back on how sad he was and how he was treated and how there was nobody there for him, and the school wrote him off, the council wrote him off, and all the carers abused him and did bad things. Even his brothers weren't kind to him. His mum let him down, his dad let him down, his sister disappeared, you know, everything. There was nothing that I could hold on to. I think the best things were Christmas. Yeah, Christmas was great.
Yes.
Well,
what about your birthday?
Yeah, no, birthdays were okay
birthdays are
because
okay.
they made an effort, and I remember going in the garden and we had cake and with sandwiches and crisp. Yeah, but even though I'm sitting there, my mum's not there, my dad's not there, and I'm sitting there with my brothers who don't care. So I'm sitting there, and it's a pleasant, but it's not. I'm not filled with static.
Yeah,
because they're not my family, you know. So there were times when we had pleasant times.
Yes.
But I can look back on my childhood and say I can't think of one warm memory that really lifts my spirit.
Yeah.
And that's sad to say, because childhood
you're supposed to recap what happened back in
How was your childhood?
My my adulthood was worse, but my childhood was better.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, my childhood was bad, and my adulthood was worse.
Worse. Oh God, yeah, of course. So you know what really touched me last week when you spoke to me, that you forgave your dad. Yes, that is. I don't know how to forgive like you've forgiven. You've gone through a hell of a lot of everything. Sorry for that piece of swearing. But how did you? How? I just want to know how. How, Peter?
Well,
I don't know how to.
Right, but this is how. I think as we get older,
yes,
we sometimes realise more about life, and we also come to terms with things after time when we think and analyse them. So I'm thinking to myself, right, my dad came over here in the 60s.
Yes.
It wasn't a great time for black people. It wasn't a great time, right?
That's when the racism was
right, there
very
you go.
high, isn't it?
Right,
Yeah.
so it wasn't a great time. He's got to find work. He's got a family. Now, he tried to kill my mum. Who knows what the intention and why that happened. I don't know how she was. I'm not blaming her, but I don't know the circumstances.
Yes.
Now, you know, if they're going to split up, he can't, on his own, bring up 5 children. Can't do it.
Just 5 of you.
And she can't do it.
Yeah.
Right? So what's the best thing for us to go into care? Now, when we was in care, he could have made more of an effort, yes. and he shouldn't have let me down so many times.
Mm-hmm.
But then you think to yourself, well, okay, now he's getting older now, and if there is going to be any possibility, because I don't want to be standing at his grave and saying to myself, oh, I wish I talked. I don't want to be saying that. I prefer to say, I wish I talked and it didn't go anywhere. Right? At least I know. But I'm not going to be standing at someone's grave and saying, I wish.
Yeah.
No. I'm going to say, I did and it didn't work out.
Okay.
That I can live with. But I'm never going to say, I wish. Because it's in my power now to make it happen.
Yeah.
So I've got to be the better person. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to write a letter, small note to George, my brother. You give it to my dad. And if he agrees, if he doesn't, then I don't need to go.
Okay.
If he,
and you was prepared for that?
Of course.
In case
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because then I can look in the mirror and know I did everything I needed to do.
Yeah.
For me, it's always about looking in the mirror. And if I can look at the mirror and know I've acted correctly, then I'm liking that person in the mirror. But if I have to look at the mirror and say, no, but you really should have done this, and you really should have done that, I'm not going to do it to myself. And you must let your ego go.
See, I'm learning from you now because I can't forgive a person in my life right now.
Yeah, and that's fine.
You know?
But that's, as you said, right now. It took me 1 decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades, 4.5 decades. So with time, it doesn't come.
But the thing is, I don't have enough time. I don't have that much time. I'm 51 now, so I don't have that much time, and neither does that person.
Well. Again, you have to say to yourself, can I look at myself in the mirror and say I'm fine with this, or am I not really fine with it, and I need to be fine with it one way or the other?
I wish the person done what your dad done, because they said sorry. Your dad said sorry. They didn't say the person that I'm under hasn't said sorry. Well,
that's why. Right. That's you have to say sorry. Whatever happens, you have to say. And if you don't say sorry, then you know. Yeah. See, this is the thing.
Why.
Well, therefore, if they're not prepared to say that, therefore, no, right? You're definitely not.
They're definitely not prepared to say sorry.
Well, guess what? If my dad wasn't prepared with the letter, I'd be happy walking away.
You will just walk away.
Yeah, because I know I did all I can, and then it's on his side.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But for me, I have to make sure I do correctly on my side, and correctly is me. It's humbling myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, and going with an open heart. Let me see what he's got to say for himself. Now, if I went to my dad and he didn't say them words, I would have got up and walked away.
And you wouldn't have felt.
No. How can I?
Okay.
How can I? Because he's not acting correctly, and the correct thing, anybody knows who's got any heart. Yes. The correct thing to say was at least, sorry, son. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the first words he said to me is, "I love you," and I said, you love me, you put me in care for 18 years. I said, well, if that's love, no, it's not for myself. I thought that's love, it's not the kind of love. But so that's no. I said no. I said that's not the word I want to hear. But I don't want to prompt
you to say.
I want him to come from his heart. So I looked at him. He looked at me a bit like this, and then after about 5 seconds, he looked at me and he went, "I'm sorry." And the way he said it, I could tell. The way he said it, and I looked and said, "Thank you." And that one word coming from the heart evaporated everything, isn't it? Years of hell on earth, and I hugged him and I said, I accept your apology. And then so he could go in peace and I could go in peace, and as I said, my brothers all went before me, 2 decades before me. Okay. Right? They said, Peter, why didn't you go and see Dad? I said, because he's not my dad. That's why, and I'm not going, right? And then eventually I said, right, let's see what this man's about. Yeah. And then we went, and I'm glad I did, because as I say, now I did the right thing, Good. But if someone's not going to say sorry, then you can't go.
Then I can just.
Then you can't. You have to go. Yeah. Of course. I mean, how can they not? If they really hurt you, how can they not say sorry?
Yep.
Because first of all, you have to know the magnitude, and if you can't appreciate that, then you don't need to be in their presence. Yeah. And then you can have. You say, you know what? My head is held high because I did go. He wasn't prepared to say it, and I'm not prepared to go by someone's side who doesn't at least acknowledge what he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
this case is a she.
Right. But Yeah. So don't feel away. Don't feel away because you give everybody one chance, and that was my dad's one chance. Now, if he didn't read that letter,
so you was prepared only for that one chance to give him.
I'm not going to give him 2.
Okay.
Why would I give him 2? If he can't fix himself up after that amount of time, after 4.5 decades, if he doesn't know the magnitude of what I'm doing, so you have to know the magnitude. This situation for me to humble myself will only come once with anybody. It only come once. It doesn't come twice.
Yeah.
Because I have more respect for me. I'm not going to beg for an apology.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do it. But I will give
on you.
someone a chance. So when I'm going, if my dad would say, "What's he talking about?" I said, "No problem. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
See ya." You know. But because so anyway, so when I went to the door, and because I'm big like that as well, and my dad's frail now, I said, "Right, I don't want to intimidate him." So I humbled myself. I made sure I tried to get a bit meek, and I spoke to him. I said, "Hello." I said, "How are you?" He looked at me. I said, "I'm okay." I said, "Oh, good." And I gave him my hand, submissive again, because I'm big. I don't want to submit.
Yeah.
And he led me into the room. And I let him lead me, and I sat down, and it was this right here, and I had a pleasant face. I wasn't angry. I said, "How are you?" So I'm speaking softly. I said, "How are you? You okay?" He went, "Yes, I'm okay, son. I'm okay, son." I could see he was really excited to see me, And my brother was watching as well, because he didn't get the same reaction. You see, my dad was waiting for me. As much as he
So
loved
you're
them,
the youngest.
No,
you're not?
it's not. He's got nothing the youngest, but I'm the one with the spirit that he knows. That he liked. He told me some things that I did when he used to come to the home, which I didn't even know. No, it's not about the youngest. It's about the fondness of what he remembers me as a child. He knew at that age I was very emotional and that and the others are not like me. And daddy, I'm sitting on his lap when the others are playing about. So dad knew he knew I'm the one. So when I come. And my brother George was looking. I could see the jealousy in his eyes. You can see it. I could just see it. Thinking, I didn't get a reaction. Anyway, so I just gave him my hand, and led me into the room, and we sat there, and my dream come true, having a Christmas dinner with my dad.
Yeah.
And that was for me beautiful. So.
It's so beautiful to know that.
Yeah.
Towards the end,
that's one of the most beautiful.
Is he
memories.
still here?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No, because I'm not going to carry that. That's another story. But I didn't want to carry that. I just went there, made my peace with him. He can go in peace now. I don't think he is, but I'm not really sure because that I don't need to carry that. I've got my own baggage at the moment. That wasn't the point.
That's enough for you.
The point was to let him go in peace because he wouldn't have gone in so much peace.
Okay.
And it was important for me. He didn't deserve not to go in peace. If that's what he wanted, then I'd give him the opportunity. So me thinking of him really as well.
Yeah. God, you are kind. So Peter, we're going to go back to our affirmations.
Okay.
So everybody, before we wrap up, I'm going to go with some affirmations for Peter.
This is the part. This is the part I really enjoy. This is what I come for. Not telling my sad story.
You don't want to tell his story, but you must be affirmations.
Yeah, this is I love. Yeah.
Okay, so you remember, Peter, it was 1 to 59.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm sure you went through that half there. So we're gonna still go from the 1 to 59.
Okay.
So let's see if we can squeeze in 5.
Okay.
So give me your first number.
We go for 11.
11. Peter, you said it with chest, and this time is a picture.
What does that mean, chest?
You said it with chest when you said it boldly, proudly. Yeah. You said it with chest, love.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 11, which is, yes. I will follow my heart and reflect on my inner feelings. Tell me about it, Peter.
Well, I followed my heart to write the letter to my dad.
Good.
And when I went there, now I'm reflecting on my feelings and the situation and that day.
Yes.
And I'm glad I went, and I'm glad I followed my heart, because my heart is very powerful, and it controls me anyway. When I talk, I speak from the heart. Anything I do, it comes from my heart, so I knew that very young. So my heart is extremely emotional and extremely honest in the way it tells me what to do.
Okay, that's a beautiful answer, Peter. What is your next number, please, dear?
My next number is, what about 3? 3. Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely you.
Oh no. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
I find comfort in the simple things. Do you?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Oh, well.
Tell us.
Well, right. Well, my ex, he lives in Norway.
Oh, he lives there?
Yeah.
He's not here?
No, I've got 3 exes.
Okay, have you?
But this one he's from Norway.
Oh, so all your partners have been...
Foreigners.
Okay.
I don't have English.
You've had not one English.
They're bringing shit to the table with me. No.
Sorry for that, but you know.
Yeah. So yeah, what would I? It must be crazy, But anyway, so he lives in Norway, and it's just outside Oslo. It's a little place called Lillestrøm.
Oh, can you speak the language?
No.
Oh, could you understand?
The most weird language.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's almost like they're making it up.
Is it?
Oh, it's weird. No. Well, the thing is, whenever I've lived all over the world with all these people, right, they all say to me, Peter, and I say, right, they say, please. I said, what? Please only speak English. And I said, why? Because we want to learn our English.
Okay.
So I never had a chance. You know
To
what I
learn
mean?
it.
But anyway, so
Yes.
so when I go over there,
Mm.
we like just going for a walk. Just me.
But it's
and-
cold.
No, that's only in the that's only in winter.
Is it?
Not in the
So
summer.
the time I went there was freezing.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it all depends what time of year. If you go anywhere in the winter,
August.
it's going to be cold.
Yeah, it was in
So
August. Yeah, it was August.
Shouldn't be that cold.
It was freezing. I done a shoot
Are you
there
sure
and
it
it
was-
was freezing, snowing.
Yeah,
Oh, it was awful.
August?
Yeah,
Are you
August.
sure?
I swear to you, it was
All right,
August. I'm sure
well-
it was August.
No, I don't think it was August.
I'll have to read
Yeah,
look it.
read it.
But it was cold.
Yeah, it was August because August is summer there.
Is it?
Summer, yeah.
Okay, what's before then? Because it
No,
was warm here.
April, but it was April.
Might have been April.
Yeah, but it was April.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, but anyway,
continue.
so we go to walks,
Yes.
me and him, and sometimes where he lives there's a lake, and it's like it's only me and him there because in Norway there's hundreds of lakes.
Mm.
So on a hot day we can just be me and him in the lake, and we have a picnic and we
nice.
swim, and we're in the open, and we stay there from 9 in the morning to 12 at night because it doesn't get dark there. Sometimes it doesn't get dark there for 6 months.
Yeah, it's
You know,
a
right?
bit like the other country. I can't think
So
of it.
yes, so we go there and we immerse ourselves with the pine trees and with nature, and just me and him talking and swimming and eating, and so the simple things of being with nature for me is so uplifting and enchanting.
Okay, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter, what's your next number, please?
Number 28.
28. Peter.
Mhm.
These are affirmations, remember.
Okay.
And this is you again. Every day I focus on what I can do to help others. And you have, especially today, you've helped me by knowing that I can now walk away from a situation.
Yeah.
So for me, I want to thank you for that.
Okay.
But what's your
Well,
take on that?
Well, every day
Mm.
I like to try to tell my story, and I like to try to post things on my TikTok that will inspire and that will help people be more honest about who they are as people.
Yes.
You know, I think it's very important, you know, that we try to inspire each other in whatever way we can. And that's what I like to try to do, not only in my words, but in my deeds as well.
Yes. That's beautiful. Thank you, Peter. What's your next number,
The
please?
next number would be 44.
Oh, I bet it would.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really, yep. I am worth loving. There is love all around me.
Hmm.
Tell me about it.
It was love all around me.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I
And you're
mean-
worth loving. That was the affirmation to you. You're worth loving. Tell us why you're worth loving.
Well, I think I'm worth to be loved
Yes.
because first I'm a human,
Mm-hmm.
and I think all humans deserve to be loved because they're humans and we have feelings.
Yes.
That's number one. And the second thing, I think I should be loved because I'm a very lovable person. I've got a great heart,
Yeah.
a good heart. I'm very caring. I'm very open. I'm very sincere. I'm extremely sensitive, emotional. And I think when you have all them attributes in one person, I think they should be shared with someone you love.
Yes.
You know, because you can love each other to the max. You know, so yeah, I deserve to be loved.
Good man.
Yeah.
And what's your last number, please?
My last number, 39.
39.
Yeah.
Peter, I'm sure this book is saying Peter Woods on
Yeah,
it. I will follow my heart and my dreams will become reality.
Yeah.
And you actually said this with today's conversation. What you want that book deal so you can write about your journey and everything else. But give us a little bit more on that. I'll read it to you again.
Yeah,
It says,
please.
I will follow my heart and my dreams will become reality.
Well, you know, I'm trying to make them become a reality by being honest, by being open, by being a bit vulnerable, but by telling my journey and my story, you know, and I will try to my last breath to make my dreams come true. Already I got to meet my dad.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that
amazing.
was something I held in my heart for decades and decades. I thought it would never happen,
Yeah.
but I always held it in my heart. I had a video go viral, you know. I never thought that would ever happen, but it's gone viral, you know. I found the man of my dreams a few times, and I never thought that would happen, you know.
Yeah.
I have one of the best physiques in the world. And when I first started training, you know, years ago,
Yeah.
I just wanted to have one of the most, you know, most amazing, all-round, beautiful physiques in the world,
Yes.
and I did, you know. So, you know, as long as I put my energy and effort, and as long as I concentrate, and with a bit of luck, you can make a lot of your dreams come true, and that's what I'm trying to do.
That is amazing. I want to thank Peter for coming again, the second time with his story. I hope you all, I don't want to say the word enjoyed it, but pulled something from it, you know. I hope you all found some sort of solace from his story and knowing that it's a true story. You know, this my show is basically built on men with mental health anyway. That's what my show is about, really. And you being that and coming in and telling me, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful, honestly, really, Scott. I'm really, really thankful.
Well, I have to thank you.
Oh.
No, I really, really thank you because this is a dream again. This is another dream come true because I've dreamed of doing podcasts.
Yeah, podcast and radio.
I mean, sorry, yeah,
It's okay.
Well, sorry, yeah. Well, you know, it's the same kind of thing,
Yeah, it's the
isn't
same
it? You know,
thing, yeah.
But I dreamed of being on a radio show.
Yeah.
and podcasts as well. But I dreamed of touching people.
Yeah.
And having this opportunity for me is a dream come true.
Yes.
So dreams do come true. Sometimes you do have to wait a while.
Yes, that's with everything.
And this is fantastic. So
and I hope
thank
you come back again, will you?
Well, yes.
Will you?
anytime,
You know your
anytime.
story's long.
My story
It's not
listen,
so long. He has to.
I've only told you that much.
Wow.
There's a lot more that
Keep
happens,
coming
you
for
know?
it, honestly.
So,
I'm going to
thank
pick you in again,
Oh, no,
definitely.
please,
Yeah, is that all right?
please.
You will come.
100%. I always come.
Good.
Because you know what? Because you are very nice as well.
Yeah.
You've got a sweet way about you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
bless you. And you know, if you was the other way and I wasn't taken, then
Thank
I would
you.
have snapped you up.
Well, there you go. You see? There you go. You know?
But I want to really thank Peter from the bottom of my heart for really coming down, waking up early, because you know people come voluntary like that, and I'm really grateful for everyone's story that's come to share it, and there's been no judgment. Of course, you know, I found out some nice things today about Peter when he went into Heaven's nightclub and in the magazine as well. And
that's right.
you know, I'm really from my heart, I'm really grateful. Thank you as well, Peter, for teaching me. Now I can walk away from the situation. Yeah.
And
needed to hear
not only that, walk away with your head held
Yes.
high because you've done everything humanly. So it's not on your side, the badness is on that person's side.
Yes.
So make sure when you look in the mirror, you're very proud of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Peter. And you will be seeing him. We're gonna see you in about 2 weeks' time because I'm going away. So yeah. So in 2 weeks' time you'll be seeing Peter again, and we'll be back for part 3. You know, and everything else. But it's been a joy. So before the news comes out, I'm gonna play you out with this one tune, and I'm gonna get a different list. Okay. No, not this. All right. We're going to play My Love by Dennis Brown. Just a few moments of it. Okay. There we go. That's if he's coming. No, it's not. Yes, it is. And there we go. And then in 1 minute, I'm going to turn it off because the news will come on.
So
We're
the
just
people there, is it?
Yeah, they're still here.
Talking about the realness.
Real MVP.
You know, look at that. There you go.
Look at that.
That's what we're talking
Somebody
about.
must screenshot that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a real deal.
All right, I'm gonna. Once I hear this, then I can cut off completely. That's the only thing. The news lapse.
Oh, there's really
to kick in. Yeah. So 59, and then I can turn this down. And by the time you come back next time, I'm gonna have a different playlist. I think this is a bit too moody. I do something a bit uplifting. Okay. So until next week, it's the Goddess Jazzy and Peter today, and I want to thank you and give you lots of love and blessings. Until then, take care, and here's the news.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.
The news will come on now.
So
now
are we
I'm
off now?
now.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay. Yeah.
now you can breathe.
Yeah, go,
Breathe.
You know?
So you want to do a little video? I know you do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say now. Okay. So that one I said.
Do it naturally.
Yeah, natural one again. Okay, cool. Let me put a lip gloss on. Hold on a minute.
You know
Little
what I
lip
mean?
gloss.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, we do about a minute.
A minute,
or
yeah?
30 seconds a
30
minute.
seconds, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, but I enjoyed that.
You did, yeah? You enjoyed it, yeah?
You're very good, you are.
Yeah?
You're very good,
Oh,
yeah. I like it.
and so are
it.
you.
You know?
And you're so honest, and that's what I appreciate, you know?
Could be. I can't hide stuff. I mean, why? I never hide it for myself.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
And
you know?
a lot of others will appreciate it as well. I'm going to cut this so that when I thingy, I'm going to...